Yay.
There he is. Oh, I can move you a little bit. If you...
Yeah, like our pressure is so good.
Is that moving me or is that pushing?
Both of us, yeah. Pressure washing. Well, we are power washing, so I find if you shoot your friend in the nuts, it makes them move though.
Oh, that would hurt so much.
I bet it would too.
Oh man.
So you were saying you were like Gosu pro at power washing?
No. I've just played what, like 12, 13 hours of this game, so I'm not a pro, but
it's pro.
It's really fun. Have you played it at all?
This is like what, the second house, so
okay, all right.
You know, I'm not like super far along, but I played a little bit. Guy's been doing a ton of it, so like I was having it on this background noise while I was doing AbleGamers work, and I was like, mesmerizing. Why am I so captivated?
Because it's awesome.
I mean, you're awesome, but
oh well, thank you. No, this game is awesome. Like, so do you know the trick about hitting tab and it'll show you dirt?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you know tab, and then other than that, like that's basically it. Because for me, you can power wash however you want. You can be, really chaotic and frantic. You can be methodical. You can be whatever.
I would love to see Diction playing this game. It's probably he just sprays it everywhere.
Actually, Diction and I have played this game together, and it was just super normal.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
That is not an adjective that I attribute to my friend Diction, but
yeah, he's totally normal.
This is also just, I was saying before, like, this is so pleasing to my brain because it pushes dirt back.
Absolutely. I think it's pleasing to everybody's brain. I'm serious. I don't think there's one person that doesn't like this.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody complain yet.
No, it's awesome.
I think the funny part is I always get at least one person in chat who's like, no, I want to do real power washing. I would say don't. Just play the game. Yeah, no, it's true. The real power washing is apparently very difficult. I would assume this is why we have to pay people a lot of money to do it.
Well, they also have to carry around like a backpack, like a backpack that gives them pressure for the pressure washer. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Pink K on it.
Yeah, I just
is on it.
I figured I'd invite you some power washing, and we can just we can podcast, hang out.
I love it, Steve. I love it. You can. I could probably play this any time at all ever. So
it's wild. It is because you and I usually try to you and I like our hype trains and building up excitement in chat, so we normally play the fast-paced things, but this is just so satisfying.
Yep, it's the best. It's the best. I don't think there's anybody in chat that doesn't like this. PK Anna, thanks for getting to Tarko, Breathworker,
that's why.
Banga Me playing Lost Boys, Larac, Demon G Sides, Old and Harry, and Chaloop. Thank you, PK on it. I mean, all of our chats know that they're smart, good-looking, intelligent, successful, amazing people.
That's right, and we are not pandering at all to any of you. So,
I mean, no, we're not pandering. That's just facts. What are you talking about?
Right. So you can look it up on Facebook right now.
Come on, Steve.
Yeah.
Incel. Wait. Well, I have somebody named Incel Primus in my chat said I'm none of those things, and you know what? I don't believe you.
I don't believe you either.
Yeah, I think. You know what? Maybe that is one thing. Maybe our chat's a liar.
Oh man, y'all don't believe in yourselves. You know what? Believe in the versions of us that believe in the versions of your chat.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
I was telling Guy, I think it's hilarious because whenever we play Raft, all I do is just torture the poor guy by being as chaotic as I can, putting everything anywhere. And here I'm just like methodically, just like, let's all play nicely and not chaotic.
Well, you can't. I don't think you can really play. I mean, you could try to be chaotic about this, but it wouldn't matter. Like, eventually you're gonna finish it and clean it.
That's true. That's true.
The only thing this game needs is music. That's it.
Yeah.
So
it's a little weird they have no music.
I put on my friend's YouTube channel music called Night Mode. It's a record label he has. Jericho. You might know Jericho. And it works, but I feel like this game just needs a little ambiance, anything.
see that. I
Relaxing.
think I would do that too. I have just you as the audience right now because I want everyone to go follow Bruce Green. So,
Steve,
go
come
follow
on,
Bruce
Steve.
Green.
I mean, if they haven't followed me, then they better follow Steve.
Well,
They better follow Steve. Throw your follow somewhere here.
That's right. And make sure to give your Bezos dollars to Bruce because he has really good hype trains. So do the thing.
Bezos dollars. I got to start calling them Bezos dollars more often.
Bezos, yeah. Bezos bucks is one of my
Bezos
favorites.
bucks. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been doing. I don't know. I don't know about you. I know you like me. You love Battlefield, and we love our shooters and whatnot. But I don't know about you. I've been on such a not shooter kick recently. I've been enjoying Animal Crossing and Fall Guys and like just not shooting people for a while. I don't know.
Have you? I'm actually kind of feel the same way. Have you played Dinkum at all?
No, what is that?
Oh my gosh, Steve, you haven't played Dinkum. All right, so Dinkum is Animal Crossing, but on PC, it's co-op, and it's also not regulated by real time.
Oh, really?
But it's Animal Crossing. So you've got to play Dinkum. You have to.
Oh, I mean, if it's accessible,
If it's accessible,
I'm down.
Yeah. It's like almost brand new. It's a couple weeks old. Just came out of.
Can you rebind?
That's a great question. I don't know offhand. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But
when you look into it, let me know. I mean, I'm always down to find new games to play together. So
yeah, it just came out. Chat might be able to tell us if you can rebind there. But
Pat, be smarter than us. What do we?
It's a great question. How do you rotate your fucking nozzle?
Mouse wheel.
Mouse wheel changes the nozzle. I'm trying to figure out how to.
For me, I have it set to E, but I don't know what you have it set to.
R. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, yours is
what
E.
game is he talking about? It's called Dinkum.
Dinkum, yeah, Dinkum.
Brain empty, only power wash. Yeah, sorry, chat. You're not gonna be able to have deep thoughts while you're just watching us continue to power wash.
Have you tried Have you tried the soap nozzles before?
No.
Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see if I can get a soap nozzle. Not
I think
that.
you only have what I buy, right? So I don't think if I bought it, you probably can't.
Oh, you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. How about that one?
No, but I do. This is So where you at? This is one of my favorite things to do, which I think drives chat crazy, but it makes me happy. Is turn on the auto and then let's do this. It's like jumping to like spray off a whole banister.
That's gonna take you forever, though.
But it's fun.
That's gonna take you forever.
It's fun. When is doing anything logically?
You're right.
My MO.
No, you're right.
So,
you're right about that.
I'm the guy you call to have fun and be goofy. It's not like John Reisinger's there, man. Like, man, I want to play with my super professional friend that never goofs off, you know?
You're right. All right, Steve, you got me.
Yeah.
What have you? I know you've been working on AbleGamers stuff. What's going on with that? Anything?
Yeah, we're just starting to power up Spawn together. So I've been reaching out to my closest pals and basically saying, hey, I need your help. I'm gonna go try to raise $1 million again. That's
amazing. That's gonna be. I think this year could be your toughest year. So I hope that it happens.
Well, the economy is really not doing great.
Yeah.
You know, and that's rough. But you know, the same principle that the first time around when you know, you helped me get the first $1 million and we got it done by doing it $5 at a time, and I'm gonna do the same thing again.
For people that don't know, can you tell them what AbleGamers does?
Absolutely. So AbleGamers is the charity that I am privileged to work with that helps people with disabilities be able to play video games. So they essentially have a peer counseling department that helps people by pulling them into a session. Think of it like therapy. Where you come in and you're like, oh, I really wish I could play Diablo, and I can't because my arm doesn't allow me to click on the mouse fast enough. And they go, oh, okay, well, cool. Well, you probably need this mouse, and you probably could use this software to help hold buttons down, and going through each and every problem that they have, so that they can conquer it with the right technology.
It's to me, it's like one of those charities that there's literally I feel like there's no question, like, why not do this? There's no reason not to donate to this charity. Like, 'cause I occasionally, weirdly, whenever I do charity streams, I'll see people question the charity, and I'm like, that's valid. Where's my money not getting spent, or like, what's the Red Cross doing with my money, whatever. But this, like, to me, this is like, it's such a homegrown, easy to support cause, and I love it. So.
I appreciate you saying that. It's interesting. We're not doing the charity stream, so I'm not gonna talk up the charities. Everyone's like, okay.
No, I know. Yeah,
but my favorite thing about what we do is we have all of our 1099s available for the public, which not all charities do that.
Really?
So you can go to Charity Navigator right now, and you can look up every dollar that AbleGamers spends and be like, oh, so that's where my dollar went. Oh, it went over here. In fact, to the point where some of our mutuals have championing other charities have been like, can you stop sharing that because it makes us look bad? It's like,
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, we want people to know where the money goes. Like, it's your money. You have a right to find out what's being done with it.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. Bruce knows a couple of secrets of upcoming things in a couple of months that are just gonna blow people's minds. I can't wait.
Yeah. It's Yeah, no, I know it's not a charity stream, but I just like talking about it because I know that's what you do like a lot during the day. So, and it's such a valuable cause that I feel like more people should know about it.
Well, that's just because you're a good friend and I love you, so thanks for being awesome.
Steve, you're the best. And everyone needs to know that you're the best.
you're just like because I'm your one friend that doesn't just bust your balls 24/7.
Oh, that's not true. C-Nanners doesn't bust my balls.
Oh yeah?
No.
I've never played with Nanners, so
he's he only occasionally will do that when he's feeling really frisky.
I mean, I do too occasionally. So it's, are you really friends if you don't occasionally take a jab at your friends?
No, you're not. You're not.
I don't know if you saw, I tweeted today, which made me laugh. Kitty Plays tweeted out a picture of herself walking her dog, and she was like, "Walk more." And
I did see that. Yeah.
I'd love to. And like, I had like 6 questions in the first minute and a half that were like, I don't know if I should laugh at this. So I literally had to put it to a thread and be like, it's okay to laugh at a disabled person making fun of their own disability.
Well, yeah, you made the joke.
Yeah. And then the tweet got like 2,000 likes in like the next couple hours because everyone was like, "Oh, okay, good. He's making a joke himself. It's okay." It doesn't make I want to laugh, but I don't know if I can.
Yeah, well, you know what? Better that way than the other way.
Yeah, true.
You know.
True.
All right, I'm gonna go check on your work over here. What's going on?
Got one wall done.
Did you put that ladder up? Hold on. It's not. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. It's not quite done there, Steve. It's not quite done on the very top.
Wow. Okay. Mr. Joking thing over here. Okay.
It's not quite done. You didn't put the ladder up.
No, I did not put the ladder up. I don't believe in ladders. Much like birds, they don't really exist.
All right. Well, that's an interesting theory I had never heard of before.
Yep. Yeah. Birds are just made up by the man.
Oh, I know about birds. Birds are fake.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, birds are fake. Yeah.
Birds are fake. But ladders, I didn't know were also part of government conspiracy.
The man wants you to believe in ladders, so I don't. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
If ladders are real, why can't I walk up one, Bruce?
You can.
I can't, Bruce. My legs don't work.
Damn it, Steve! I meant you
go.
as the
Let's
general
go.
you.
Let's go. We got him, chat. Good job, everybody.
Son of a bitch!
We did it.
It's not fair. I meant the royal you. Damn it. That's 2 for 2. Did you you knew Kitty? Because I was like, I think Steve knows Kitty on Twitter. I had never seen her before. So
yeah, she's a big cosplayer.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, so she's into the cosplay scene, and I dated a cosplayer for a while, so they kind of introduced me to like who's who of them. I don't necessarily wouldn't call them a friend. I just know of them.
Got
and,
it. Got it. Yeah.
I was just like, hey, this seems like a cool person to joke with.
Well, I hope she was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, she responded, and she's like, let's roll then, question mark? And to which I responded with an Autobot gif and was like, roll out.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha. I love seeing Steve's exploits on Twitter. I never knew who you're gonna tweet and what you're gonna say, like with Bloody.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to do that anymore. It makes me sad.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, it happens.
The brass was worried that the optics don't look too good. But
oh really?
Yeah.
The brass.
Brass, yeah. I got word from Commissioner Gordon. He was like, "Stop, knock it off." What do you think about this whole freaking HBO Max Disney Plus shenanigans?
What do you mean? What's going on?
You've not heard about it? Yeah, so this was the big thing on Twitterverse today. Is apparently a whole bunch of shows, Batgirl and...
Oh, that I saw, yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of other got canceled, and apparently it's because Deadline is reporting that Discovery Plus is going to take over HBO Max.
Oh.
And I can't figure out how are we going to put, freaking Titans on Discovery. I don't understand how that works, but
also does Discovery have the same like brand affinity that HBO does? No way.
I don't think so.
No way.
I only think about Discovery for like doing homework or something. Like I don't think about it for like
Yeah, well, Ancient Aliens and shit like that.
Yeah.
Unless that was the Learning Channel, I don't know. I can't keep track.
What's that History Channel?
But yeah, that's. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, what the hell? Why would they do that? I'd heard that. So HBO Max initially they called it Max because of HBO and Cinemax, right?
Yes.
And then they called it HBO.
Supposed to be the combination of the two, yeah.
And then they stuck with the HBO Max because people know HBO for good. History Channel for Ancient Aliens, yeah. They know like HBO's content is good, right? Probably the best content out there.
Cinemax is naughty, yeah.
Right. And that's why they kept it. So it'd be really weird to change that from HBO to Discovery. What the hell? That's weird. The working at large companies, actually specifically even working at that company, because I think that's still AT&T. Sometimes there are decisions that are made that you can't deduce the logic of.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's money. And you just don't know the books. So it's really hard to know why they're making the decisions they're making when you don't know the books.
I 100% agree.
There is, though, like a 10% chance that there's some weird emotionality involved. Like somebody's mad about something, and so they make that decision because they're mad.
Computer algorithm or something.
And they can because they're the CEO, so they're just like, fuck it. We're going to call it Discovered because I'm pissed. Because I don't like somebody over. I'm totally serious. And like...
I can see that, honestly.
It's super weird, but I don't know if that's why. So usually it's money.
Either.
Generally the answer is money, chat, yeah.
Do you, like, as, you obviously do the fantastic series Inside Gaming, like, which you all should be following, if you're not, please go follow, do you feel like that gives you any kind of additional insight into, like, the inner workings of how these deals go down?
I mean, when I worked there, because I know, like, HBO, I don't think HBO is a part of AT&T anymore, where it used to be and all that other stuff, but, like, when I worked there, I definitely had way more insight into that.
Yep.
But things can change, and I haven't been there for 3 years, so, which is a pretty long time because usually those companies will take like a year or so to change strategy.
I thought you were still doing part of that with Lawrence.
Oh no, we are, but it's our own thing. It's
so it's just not part of the conglomerate anymore. You're like,
yeah, we called it Inside Games instead of gaming because
brilliant.
So it's our own thing. So it's really not part of any company at all. But yeah, but when I worked there, I had more insight, and now I have none. I have zero. I can guess, but I generally don't. I wouldn't know the numbers and things like that. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. Chad is over here. No, not Inside Gaming games. Okay, Chad, I got you.
They know. It's all good.
Yeah. As long as y'all know, because like my amount of YouTubing is so I don't have time anymore.
Well, so the reason we called it Inside Games was because originally, obviously, we were Inside Gaming at Machinima, and then we left for Rooster Teeth. And when we left, we asked to buy that brand, Inside Gaming, and they were like, and Machinima was like, no, it's gonna cost you $3 million to buy the Inside.
$3 million? Wow.
And we were all like, what? And we were like, I don't think you understand. Like, the Inside Gaming brand is basically us at this point. And this was like in 2015. Right. Why would we pay $3 million for ourselves? And they're like, okay, well, take it or leave it. And we were like, leave it. So we left it.
And them out later.
Yeah. And then obviously Machinima, after a few years, sort of folded in a very slow way. And hilariously became a part of AT&T, which is where Rooster Teeth was at the time. And when we heard that now Rooster Teeth had access to Machinima brands, the first thing I said was, we'll get Inside Gaming. I was like, we'll restart the channel and we'll do Inside Gaming. Yeah. So we brought it over. We revived it yet again in, I think it was 2019. And then ever since, they're still doing stuff over there too on Inside Gaming, and I'm still watching it because it's friends of ours. So, yeah, because Lawrence and I started our own thing because it was outside of a company, but yeah, I mean, like, the Inside Gaming is still going. So.
That's wild. Yeah. That's how I met Lawrence. I actually met him because I screamed at him.
What do you mean?
Oh, he never told you this?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's actually how we met each other before knowing you. Was he did a special for Inside Gaming about accessibility, and really just they did not do well. And I basically did what I do on Twitter, and I just grabbed him by the ear and dragged him on the ground. And
oh no.
Oh yeah. He really pissed me off. Yeah, and he was like super chill about it, and he was like calling me on the phone, and he was like explain to me what happened, and I did, and he was like, all right, I can see where we messed up. How do we fix it? And so we had a conversation, and yeah, he was really chill. So. Oh,
that's great.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't even know what that was. I'm not even sure what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the past now, but it was basically just, it was just basically an issue where he was saying that there's no point in easy modes, and that it's not really accessibility, and I was no. Got it. I see. So, yeah, and so as you know me, I'm pretty much a big champion of easy modes. So.
Oh yeah, and I mean, there's one thing I know about Lawrence, which is why he's one of my best friends, is because he's willing to be like, oh shit, okay, all right, I didn't see that side of it, and then.
Yep. That's pretty much exactly what he said, too. He's like, wow, I only pretty much ever thought about people trying to be lazy and cheat, and I never really thought about people who actually do need this as a thing. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty big, dude.
Yeah, and I like I said, Lawrence is a big man that way. So, yeah, I had no idea.
No, those are my favorite people to work with. I mean, I don't know, Greg Miller, same general kind of story, where he messed up, and I called him on it, and we ended up being really good friends out of that. And there's never an opportunity lost if you just say, hey, here's why this is hurtful to this audience, and let me teach you how to do it better. As long as you don't start the conversation from you're wrong, go to hell.
Right, exactly. You mean like actually talk to people?
Yeah, imagine communicating like adults. It's a strange concept.
It's very hard. It's very, very hard to do.
Internet's not a big fan of it, to be honest with you.
No, they're not.
No.
All right, Steve. How's that work going over there?
Okay, I'm working on this post. Gotta say, seems to be made of wood, kind of a pain in the butt.
Wait, Steve, you said you're working the pole? What'd you say?
Working the pole, yeah.
You're working the pole over here?
Yeah, I'm working the post. I think I'm doing pretty good. It's pretty wet.
Yeah.
Pretty wet. Yeah.
Yuck. No, the wooden post wouldn't break if you power wash it too much. I don't think it would.
That's how wood works. I don't know. I'm not really a wood expert, but I mean, well, you know, maybe some. But other than that,
let's see here.
My own mods are over here praising me. Listen, mods. It's true, I'm good at working with wood. What is the... I don't see the problem.
Hell yeah, Steve. Hell
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like a tight beam of power washing would damage, but I don't think it would break it entirely.
That's why you use the hose sprayer nozzle in here.
Yeah.
I think that's its official terminology.
The hose sprayer nozzle thingy?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of a technician. I kind of know words.
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
the way you're using kinda and shit.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah. I was on Twitter earlier, and Amaranth put out a tweet about getting tired of people using bait to get people to do engagement, and that we need to go back to just talking about things, and also retweet this amazing picture. And I was like, well, as a masturbator myself, I agree. Like, we should not only deal in engagement.
Oh my gosh, dude. I've never hung out with Amaranth. Have you ever hung out with Amaranth?
She's pretty cool.
I've always wanted to.
She followed me on Twitter 3 or 4 years ago, and was pretty cool. Like, she's one of those people who's way too high up there for me to really, like, butter with her. Like, I know them, and I consider them loosely friends, but
right, yeah,
because they're busy all the damn time,
Yeah, I like the cut of her jib.
Yeah. She's just one of the most intelligent businesswomen I've seen. Like, really. People give her a lot of crap, but she's really good at what she does.
Well, yeah. I mean, absolutely. That's that's something like, I don't know. It's one of those things that a lot of people. And this is a weird point of comparison, but like Diablo Immortal, people obviously, they've been shitting on it and talking about how bad it is, etc., and how much money it takes and blah blah blah. And it's been relatively successful, and usually that, like, people or groups of people don't trip into success generally. Usually it requires like a lot of hard work and intelligence. And it's kind of the same with Amaranth. Like, it looks like, oh, she's like, well, anybody could do that. It looks easy. And I don't know. I mean, like, if there's also a saying, like, the best people at what they do make it look easy, right?
That is an absolutely true statement.
So,
look how easy Bruce makes streaming look. It's not easy, crap. It's not.
Well, I mean, I am no point of comparison to Amaranth or Diablo Immortal, but
I mean, say that, but you are consistently year over year in the top 100 streamers, so
I do my best out here.
Doing well, man.
I do my best.
Well.
The only reason is my chat.
Wow.
The gooses.
My chat over here goes, are you kidding me? He lost his hair already. Alright, wow. Wow. My chat over here roasting you for no apparent reason, but,
that's okay. They can roast. I'm gonna roast back.
Yeah, I encourage it, yeah.
I just gotta wait. Hold on. Pseudo Sweet asked me when is the hot tub stream. I did a hot tub stream last year, right?
Yeah, you did. Yep.
I opened Pokemon cards in a hot tub.
I didn't see the Pokemon. I was there in the beginning, and I think I was giving you crap about your boxers, like weirdly colored, and it was driving me nuts.
Hey, don't make fun of my underwear.
Listen, choose better. You have a wonderful life. Let her pick it out for you.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. I wanted it to be stupid though. So.
That's fair. That's entirely fair.
Oh, Pseudo Swede missed it. Yeah, I loved it. It was legendary. I bought a hot tub.
Yeah.
I was freezing my balls off by the end of it.
I'm sure being in a hot tub actually, like, it's one of those things, like, you know, that like Amaranth does, like, and you did it too. It's like, to me, as somebody who doesn't get, I don't get to do, like, sitting in water, because that can be bad for somebody that has no ability to stop themselves from going under. So I get to do showers and shit, and, you know, it seems like it'd be cold after, like, an hour. Like, you'd just be like, I don't want to be in water anymore.
It was cold at night because it became nighttime, and then the hot tub didn't stay hot. So, yeah.
Have you considered that the crucial part of hot tub is hot?
I mean, I had it plugged in. It was like one of those like homemade hot tub. Like basically, it's like I bought the hot tub on Amazon for $500 or whatever, and I had to plug it in and heat it up over the course of 2 days.
Oh. Okay.
And it like didn't hold its heat. So. That's my bad.
Yes, I am susceptible to the thing known as drowning. Yes, I am weak. I know.
I don't know if I would call that weak, Steve. I just think that...
Apparently, I'm the thing. Cat is over here like, so you're saying you could drown? Yeah, I'm not immune. Yeah.
I mean, everybody could drown. They know that.
Well, some people, well, you know, it's like whenever anybody asks me, like, you know, what's your superpower? And I'm always like, the ability to not have to do lawn care? I don't know. Having my wife be like, go mow the lawn, and me being able to be like, sorry, can't.
Can't. Eat it. Go do it.
That's right. Yeah. Your problem now, dear.
Oh, sorry, I ran into you.
You're going to be fine. This window frame over here does not want to ding.
Yeah, I should have put some buckets of hot water in it, but I thought it would stay hot. I don't know, whatever.
I mean, and you had like multiple people in there with you too, didn't you?
Over the course of I think like 12 hours, I want to say.
Yeah.
I think it was a 12-hour stream. Yeah.
That's my favorite Bruce gimmick that I cannot do. The 24 hours if chat gets you going. That is some dedication, man. Like after 6 hours, my brain is like, you know what, I'm good. Good.
I've thought about that a lot because like I can kind of do that on my own anyways. I can stay up for 24 hours and it's kind of not an issue. But if the gooses are on one, I get my energy from them. So if they're there and they're like loving it and blowing up the stream and we're doing giveaways and like all sorts of shit's happening, like I would never stop. So
I gotcha.
Yeah, I got my energy from all the fantastic people that have been along with me on the ride. So.
We are privileged to have a couple of great communities. You know, we're up to four couples that have gotten together due to the spawn zone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah,
are you gonna have SteveInSpawn babies?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I've been joking with some of the couples, like, you need to name your first child after me now. Like, it's gotta be a thing. They were like, not doing it. And I was like, oh, that's sad. I understand.
I've had people name their pets after me.
I think I had a turtle named after me once. Never a baby, though. Sad.
I have, I'm not gonna say names, but I have 2 mods that met each other and are dating because of the gooses.
That is amazing.
I know.
I have 2 mods who are dating, but they did not meet the review before over at a friend Playcrim stream. But the one, do you know about Quietly in Venom?
Yeah, I played games with them. I played Fall Guys.
So they're dating now.
Okay, all right. I assumed they were.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing then, but yeah.
Okay, pardon me. Sorry, I apologize.
So So yeah, they started dating, but the fun thing about it for me will always be, I started it as sort of a joke because I was talking about how a guy and I sort of have our kingdoms, and he has the beavers, I have the spawners, and you have the gooses, and I'm like, you know, I love Guy. I always want to have some sort of alliance with him. It'd be cool if there was like some sort of medieval, you know, alliance thing. I know, I would just marry off one of my mods to one of his, and then we have to be bonded forever.
Oh.
And then like they went with the joke for like a year and a half. And then I guess one thing led to another.
Steve, you forced them to mate.
I did. I am a feudal lord, Bruce.
I don't like that.
Oh yeah. I was like, we are now together as a zone. It's great. So now, if they ever break up, I will invade Guy's territory and take it over.
Okay, I was gonna say yeah. At that point, then you take their castle.
Absolutely. Yep. And the rook too, probably.
Oh yes.
Oh, look at you jumping.
I'll go on this side. I'll go on the front there.
Okay, I'll do this side. Yeah, so fun times.
That's true, Chad. He kind of has to. He arranged a marriage. He's like an evil king.
Pretty much, yeah. I didn't get any goats out of it or anything, though. That kind of wasn't smart of me, but whatever.
You get to claim their firstborn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I saw how that worked out for The Witcher. Not well, so...
Oh, yeah. Good reference. Good reference.
Thank you.
Mike Azar, thank you, Mike, for the resub. Good to see you, Mike.
My mod Gail says she'll name her first child after me. Thank you, Gail.
You don't have to, Gail. Don't do that. He's forcing you to do it.
Good. I didn't say he has to. She volunteered, Bruce. I was trying to crush my dreams.
She volunteered because you used your power over her.
That's right. My powers to have a baby and name it after me. Do it.
Gail, don't do it. That's he abuses power.
That's right. That's right. Now, who from the spawners is going to marry a goose?
Are we going to set somebody up in chat right now, Steve?
We have to. I think yeah, I mean, we're besties. We need to start this alliance out, you know, so that we can take on the weird people of the world as a united front or something.
What do you mean weird? Are you calling my chat weird?
No, the other people are weird. We're the normal ones.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, we're going to unite our lands against the British. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Outlanders. Leave me alone.
Wait, is that... What is that? That's a television show, right?
Yeah. Have you never seen Outlander?
No, but wait, what is it on? What service?
Amazon.
Should I watch it? It's good?
I like it, yeah. If you like period time travel, yeah.
Okay, I need to watch it then.
Yeah. It's definitely got some butts in it. But
Ooh,
the main
I love
point
butts.
of it is, yeah, there you go. Got some butts. But it's all about like a time traveling witch that essentially goes back and gets stuck in time, and she gets married into Celtic times, and where they're fighting the British, and like the British are the bad guys, and believe me, they aren't bad. Nothing, Steiner. You didn't do anything personally. It's your ancestors. It's fine.
All right, I'm gonna watch it now because I've been watching. We're kind of in the middle of like a bunch of big shows that I think I'll probably eventually watch, like the new Game of Thrones series, and then also
I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, me too. And then also Rings of Power, and then I think there's new Marvel stuff coming up.
I heard Miss She-Hulk got pushed back today or something.
Oh, did it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
When are we gonna start like a book club for watching television shows, Bruce?
I've been thinking about that actually, Steve. I've been because I like that's my hobby now at this point because playing video games is like what I stream, but
Same.
but watching television is the thing I do when I'm done with everything else.
Yeah, when I need to stop being on the computer, I watch TV.
You go from one monitor to another.
Or to the other. Well, yeah, I mean, I read books here, I stream here, I work at AbleGamers here, like, I need something that's not on a PC.
Yeah. Yep. So I've been watching, so are you watching For All Mankind? Is anybody watching that show, For All Mankind?
No, I've heard about it and have not. My latest, I'm going through right now is the Terminal List on Amazon.
Terminal List is actually pretty solid. Terminal List is...
I'm on like 6.
I thought that show was going to be like a revenge porn kind of a like oh, of course, like he has to go kill the bad guys, but it honestly does a pretty good job of making it seem like he's maybe not the good guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I liked it, but
I thought it was pretty good. There was definitely I definitely liked, so without spoiling it for Chad who hasn't seen it yet, like it is a revenge porn kind of thing, but there's a lot of like times where he crosses lines. And
yeah.
You're like, am I rooting for the good guy?
Yeah. For All Mankind. If you're not watching that, it's on Apple TV. It's from the guys that made Battlestar Galactica. I think it's Ronald Moore. I want to say.
I love that.
Ronald D. Moore. But I started watching it when I got COVID, so I had like 2 solid days of sitting in front of the television, and got through 2.5 seasons of it, and it's really, really great. It's It's totally worth the watch if you have Apple TV.
I have been fighting getting Apple TV because I'm just like, man, like, I don't need yet another service.
I did the same, Steve, but we got it for Ted Lasso. So
I want to see Lasso.
Ted Lasso's really good. It's really good. But I've also watched a lot of stuff on Apple TV because I got that service. So
makes
like
sense.
Severance is on there, and like I said, For All Mankind. So there's a lot of there's some good stuff on there.
So we are gonna start the book club.
I mean, like, we should do it. Should we do a television podcast? Would anybody listen to that? I don't know. I'm not sure. There's 1,000 television podcasts. So.
There are, but we still have not done anything with Wheels and the Muscle. We need to do that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It needs to be a thing. Because if we don't do it like this,
What's up,
eventually Elise Willem is going to get a hold of us, and she's going to make us do something silly, like reenacting a medieval war battle. So,
that'd be awesome.
Wheels and the Muscle, and their reenactment of the 17th century. No.
That'd be so cool. I would love that. What else are you watching besides Terminalist, Steve?
Terminalist is the one I've got on my radar right now. I gotta admit, I'm kind of in a bit of a reprieve from some television just because I've watched too many shows in a row that their finales just disappointed me. I loved Ozark. I felt like the finale was bad. I loved Peaky Blinders. I felt like the finale could have been better. Like, so I'm kind of sad about the way that some shows have ended recently. So I'm just trying to find something new that's not going to make me sad.
Steve, generally, you're going to get disappointed. You didn't like the way Peaky Blinders ended?
I didn't, no, I thought they had a scope creep problem. I thought they ran into that classic problem that Marvel's extremely guilty of this. They always up the ante. They up it, and the problem is, eventually, they can't up it any higher. So,
yeah.
So they were just like, I don't know, what do we do now? Not these.
I don't know. I was like, that show, I had like personal issues with, where I was like, please don't turn this character into what I think you'll like. I don't want to spoil anything. So,
yeah. That's why we need a script podcast.
Yeah, I was like, please don't turn this character into something I don't want them to be, and they didn't. And I was like, oh, thank God.
Well, I didn't want him to end up being the good guy because he never really was. But
yeah.
I think that's safe to say. Like, you're watching an entire series about people who like to blow up buildings for a living. So
yeah, like gangsters, basically. Yeah.
I felt I am really a fan anymore of shows that are like Breaking Bad's Better Call Saul. They're really good at reminding you that you're rooting for a bad guy.
Yeah. That's actually eventually why I didn't like Breaking Bad as a television show. Not because it was a bad television show, because it's an amazing television show, but because I didn't give a shit about what happened to the characters because they were all bad and they'd done bad stuff. So eventually, like, there was like those shows are really good. Ozark is actually really good at this, making you root for people who are doing pretty terrible things.
Ozark is no one in Ozark is a good person. No.
Right, but you kept being like, oh, I really hope they get out of it. And you're like, wait, no, I don't.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, I felt that way when that one character died, and where I'm like, oh man, I hope they don't, I'm gonna be careful to walk around close. Oh man, I hope they don't die. And I'm like, wait a minute, yes I do.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Ozark's great at that. Whereas Breaking Bad for me was a little more heavy-handed. It's kind of like eventually I was just like, I don't want anybody to succeed or get away. Like I want
Right.
everybody to, except for Hank. And even then, it's like, I liked Hank a lot, but Hank had his problems. Not as many as Walt and obviously Aaron Paul and everything, but.
I mean, I will say though, like, if you and I ever get to abuse our powers to me and anyone, it needs to be Bryan Cranston. That guy seems like he's awesome.
He seems like a great guy, doesn't he?
He does seem like he just seems like a fun person to like. He's probably like us, where he's got a little success, but he's also like pretty head on the ground. He doesn't. Any interview I've ever seen him in, he's always just like, yeah, I'm just a dude doing a cool job.
That's what it seems like. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I've always gotten that vibe.
Yeah. Could be just a very good PR agent. I don't know. But,
no, but I agree. I think that's. Oh yeah, BoJack. I mean, BoJack's really depressing. BoJack's a great show, but it's really depressing. I don't know if have you watched BoJack, Steve?
BoJack Horseman?
Yeah.
No.
It's a really great television show. About addiction.
I don't know. About addiction? No, I like that guy.
No, addiction.
Addiction. No, I actually stayed away from that because I didn't like Big Mouth.
Oh yeah, well no, I haven't watched Big Mouth, but I don't think it's like Big Mouth.
It is the worst animated show I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh really?
Bad.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's not. It's like imagine like Family Guy, but just not funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're like, dear Steve, I really like Big Mouth. All right, okay, fair.
I didn't get into it. I never watched it, so I don't know if it's good or not. But I had no intention of watching Big Mouth. So, but BoJack, if you want to be sad, BoJack is the show to watch. So.
I gotta say, Bruce, I never said to myself, man, you know what? It's sure would be cool to be sadder than I already am in life right now.
I feel the same way. That's why I, like with Breaking Bad, I was like, just, okay, all right, I get it. They're fucking bad. Like, shit.
Yeah.
Not at all, Lucifer. And that's actually why I was more into Peaky. I
fucking love Peaky Blinders. I just turned Stephanie Schlup from Tinsley onto it, and she was like, this actually really is good.
Oh, Peaky Blinders is like a masterclass in acting. Like, if you want to see actors at the top of their games, that's the show.
Yep, absolutely. The only thing I do hate about that is when you hook it onto actors and how good they are.
That's right, Sarah, you're right.
Things like can happen where that one actress passed away and it made them change the entire script. So, like, we will never know what the real ending of Peaky Blinders was supposed to be.
We won't, that's true. But also that kind of stuff happens, so.
It does.
You just gotta go with what comes.
How's the washing of Bruce going? It's going well.
Oh yeah, that was your title.
Yeah, my title. So I use well you talk to me a lot. Dragon sometimes uses some strange words when it doesn't quite hear what you said, and so I always feel bad for my friends like Bruce because they have to like read my message and they go, okay, 98% of it. What did he really mean there? Okay, I got it. And they have to get like a degree in dragonology.
No, I think honestly you're really like generally it's pretty solid.
Once in a while there's some weird words it comes up with, but yeah. So when I said power washing with Bruce, it left the whip out, and I was like, you know what, whatever, close enough. Good enough, Dragon. Good enough.
Oh yeah, we won't spoil Peaky. We will not spoil Peaky.
No, we're not going to spoil it. No. That's a real life thing that happened. She passed away. I'm not talking about a character. I'm talking about an actress who's very good.
She plays I think it's Narcissa Malfoy in Harry Potter.
Yep.
And she passed away, and she's just fucking
She was amazing.
She was otherworldly in the show. So
yeah, like it didn't matter what she was in, you believed.
Yep.
It was great. It was really good. And now I owe Bruce a SpongeBob. Whoa. Yes, whoa. Private time chat. Have some respect. Yeah, I like shows like that, and we were actually talking about that in Spawn Zone a couple days ago. How they do those like so-and-so actor almost played this role that you love, and I was saying like and I could be biased because everyone knows I'm a huge Iron Man fan, but I don't think Iron Man would have been the same if it wasn't Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Does anybody disagree with that?
I have had people be like, oh, there's other actors that would have been good. I'm like, maybe, but like that like Robert Downey brings that arrogance plus good guy vibe. Like he is an arrogant son of a bitch who's just trying to do good, which is what Tony Stark is.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, pretty much everybody, producers, directors, etc., have all said exactly that, which is like the MCU would not have been the MCU without Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Like,
I have heard some say that. I don't. So even though there's much of an Iron Man fan as I am, I don't know. Do you think if Iron Man hadn't have taken off that we would have the MCU we do now?
No, absolutely not. I mean, like, if it wasn't RDJ like carrying it, no way. Yeah. I wasn't even that crazy about the first Iron Man. Like, I liked the movie, but I wasn't like, oh, this is amazing. Like, I was like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah,
and but I was in the minority. A lot of people really loved Iron Man, so.
I didn't love the movie. I loved the character. Like, I was like, this character's pretty badass. I kind of like that, asshole with a heart of gold. Not that I can identify with that at all. Shut up, Bruce. So
you're not an asshole. You don't have a heart of gold.
Wait. So I don't know. I love it though. And my chat's over here going, RDJ can get it. Wow, you thirsty chat. Wow. Okay. Spawnish, you need to take a lesson from the gooses. They're not over there trying to throw people in bedrooms, alright? Hold on.
No, it's no horny on Maine, everyone.
Yeah, no horny on Maine.
No horny on Maine.
That's right. We are all civilized, non-horny individuals over here.
Except for if you are feeling horny and you're like, man, you know what? I want to be horny and I want to be horny on Maine. Type it in that little tiny text. That like I think you could do that on Twitch.
Tiny text.
I think you could put it in tiny little text. Thank you, Slender, for the Prime.
Over here making notes. Okay, all right.
Put it in the smallest text you can find.
That's fair. That's fair. My chat's also. I've been doing this. I meant to tell you this because you and I share ideas for community stuff. Have you done anything with the Mid-Journey bot yet?
No. What's that?
Well, I meant to tell you about this, and I'll tell you now, and then we can talk later if you want.
Yeah.
So there's a bot you can put on your server, your Discord server, but then you can turn it into a stream, where essentially it's a robot that does artwork. So you type in something like, a squirrel at midnight going in front of a blue moon with a bunch of potatoes in the background, and it'll draw that. And it'll draw 4 versions of it. And then from those 4 versions, you get to choose one of the versions and make other variants of the same picture. So it'll be like, give me variants of this one, and it'll put like some tomatoes in it, or maybe it'll put a witch's hat on the squirrel, and it'll just do different things. And you kind of get to follow the rabbit hole of like different kinds of art and let it do it for you. So I was just basically saying like, all right, tip $5 and I'll make a picture for you, and you tell me the words and I'll put it into the bot, and then we'll go do it together. And so a lot of people ended up with profile pictures for like Discord.
Really?
of different things. Yeah,
dude, I've never heard of that before. What's it called?
Send you the link. Yeah, Mid-Journey.
Mid-Journey bot. Okay.
Yep.
And it said it's like mainly Discord.
It's powered off of Discord. Yes.
Okay. All right.
But it is an actual thing. So
It sounds like a Discord really dolly. Yeah, it sounds like Discord dolly. Exactly.
Kind of, but a better version of it, where it makes like it's not the dolly. It's like actually amazing art. I'm telling you, dude. You whatever you're thinking of is not nearly as good as this robot is.
Okay. All right.
It's interesting. Like to the point where like some artists I know are like kind of upset about it. Like this thing is really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Somebody in my chat said, not sure who to credit to finally invest in the long game like the MCU, but it's been needed. Kevin Feige is who you credit for that.
Yep.
Kevin Feige is the mastermind behind all the phases, behind basically all the reason the production has stayed so consistent. It's all him.
He's really good at what he does.
I mean, like, I've been saying this for years, but Kevin Feige at this point is, like, in my opinion, he is absolutely a production genius, because no one else has pulled off what he's done ever. So,
yeah. I mean, he actually has them go on retreat for like 10 days to plot out years of content.
Yep. There's also one thing that Marvel's done amazingly that I don't think anybody else has really done, which is they've managed to build chemistry between their cast members so that not only are they excited to see each other and like work with each other and hang out with each other, and you can tell, but also they're excited to like do interviews, they're excited to go do charity events, they're excited to do all these things that is marketing for the MCU, but also it's just fun to see people have fun and do what they do.
Fun to see people enjoy their jobs.
Yeah. And I credit Kevin Feige for all of that, because that's also part of a producer's job. A lot of people don't realize it, but it is.
Honestly, it is one of the things that I have tried to tell chat when we get into conversations about the streaming business. It's like, one of the things you have to do is there's business to do, and yes, we do have lots of business decisions we make, but if you don't have fun, chat can tell. And if you don't have fun, they're not going to have fun.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And, well, you say of course, but I've seen a lot of streamers just completely discount having fun. Like, it's just like, yeah, it's a business, I need to worry about follows and subs, and it's like, but who's going to want to sub to you if you're sitting there like, yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. How do they not know that?
I don't know. I had a friendship kerfuffle when I got into streaming with originally another one of my friends started at the same time, and I was kind of learning from good streamers like you how to do this, and like I did my research time, and having fun was one of the first things I learned, and they were like, no, this is a business, you have to treat it like a business and go to work, and I'm like, but I have to have fun, otherwise why am I doing this? Yeah,
that's the whole point. I say this to the gooses all the time, but to me, so like there's a lot of work that I do before and after streams because of like either production for streams or inside games or whatever else. Yeah. And to me, the actual streams themselves are the fun part. Like that's when I get to like come over here, let down my hair. I don't have any hair, and just have a good time with the gooses. So I look forward to hitting the go live button and being like, all right, who's out here today? What are we doing? What are we playing? I'm looking forward to the video game. I'm looking forward to chilling with chat. I don't know. That's just me. That is me. So.
I don't think it's you. I think it's.
Thank you, Darth Sparrow.
It should have been you.
Good to see you, Sparrow.
Taught the masterclass.
Oh wait, should I teach the? But I don't have blue hair, dude, and I am not a fucking bajillionaire like Ninja. So.
No. But he doesn't have blue hair either, so...
Wait, he doesn't?
No.
I thought he did. Oh.
That's my favorite part about what Twitter's been pulling his masterclass apart, is he's like, and the blue hair, he actually has one of the sub parts of the course is talking about how the blue hair is important to his character and he wouldn't be a streamer without it. He doesn't have blue hair.
Oh, well. I don't know.
Yeah. Turns out blue hair not the end of the world.
Well, maybe I wonder if I just have green hair.
Yeah.
Maybe I have green. I don't know. Maybe a green hair.
That blew my mind, says my mods. Okay, wow.
Well, how about this for your mods? If I have green hair, then everyone will remember Bruce Green.
Aha! Yes!
Woo!
Let's go.
Let's go, guys. I'm dyeing my hair green right now. Let's do it.
Doing it. All right. Can't wait. I mean, there are charity things coming up in your future, maybe.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Ooh, that is a good idea, Steve. Good idea. Catsherg! Thank you, Catsherg, for being 3 years. 3 years, Catsherg.
Stream with you when you were cutting your hair, so.
Yeah. Well, cutting my hair is absolutely a thing that I love doing now with the gooses. But the hair dye is the next thing. I've always wanted to dye my hair. I just never do.
All right, well, there you go. Charity goal. Done.
Maybe I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. And then we're gonna dye Steve's hair too for charity.
I did that once.
Oh, did you?
Oh. I did that once. Yeah, I haven't done it in years, but Rocket League offered me $1,000 to AbleGamers if I would dye my hair blue and orange. So I did.
Awesome. Hey, your ass won't quit, Steve. I love it. Looks great.
Thank you. Yeah.
Looks great.
Check that out. Yeah.
Got a little moose knuckle in there.
That's right. Listen, oh man, I am in it to win it. Also, why is this thing not already done?
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna get down so you can get up.
No. There's like little.
It's up there. This thing is flashing above us. So if you actually hit escape and then click on something that's not done, it'll start flashing.
Oh yeah, this is flashing too. That's why I'm getting this little banner.
I don't know where this flashing thing is still orange.
You're right, Sarah. I will. This banner. There we go. Okay. This little guy here. There we go.
The bottom corner, says chat. Where, bottom corner up here? Oh, you're right. Chat, you're amazing. Thank you. Okay, hold on. I gotta figure out how to ladder.
How to ladder.
Listen. Disabled. Don't know how ladders work.
How to ladder.
I said that to somebody the other day. I was talking about getting my car cleaned, and they were like, well, what all do you want to get done to it? And I'm like, listen, man, I don't actually drive the car. I'm disabled, so like I don't know everything that needs to be cleaned on a car. It's just like astrophysics to me. It's all theoretical because I can't really interact with it. They were like, oh my god, that makes sense. I'm like, yeah, I know. I say good shit sometimes. Where's the rest, chat?
I don't think I have done the Ferris wheel. I think I played this house a couple of times now. But we're playing on Steve's save, so he's like progressing his way through the little career.
Might need to be on the ladder, they say. Where is it underneath chat? Oh shit, okay. I like how you don't take fall damage in this game. I would have just died right there. Oh, you got it. Bruce got it.
I got that. I think maybe only that side. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the other facade up there. Wait, no, that's not flashing. Well, okay, wait. We need a gutter. We need wood trims times 9. Oh, we're bad at wood. Wow, Bruce.
Railings. You said you were good at wood.
Listen, I don't say a lot of things, Bruce. Okay.
Richie, this is the guy who was with Alana at that award show.
Yes, that is me.
That's it. Yeah. I met Steve through Alana.
That's true.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm tired of these two idiots. Maybe they'll get along, and she was right.
I think it's maybe on the. So it says railings. Are these railings?
So the gutter. I can go investigate the gutter. I don't know where the wood is.
Oh, it's these. Okay, got it. I got it. The gutter is that thing there, and then. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, it's so close.
Bang. On.
And then this one over here.
Are you using the accessibility feature where you can just push the button one time and not have to hold the button down?
Oh no, I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, right click.
Oh my gosh, what the hell? Holy shit. Holy shit, that's awesome. It's
You're welcome. Anytime you need to know about accessibility, I'm your guy.
I know, thank you very much.
So railing. Which one is railing? Oh, that one's pretty good.
There we go. So now, so gutter. Yeah. What's up, Stone Master? All right, Goose, is that hype train's ready to go? That hype train's ready to go, Gooses. I'm giving away any video game you want if we beat it. Hype train's ready.
Steve occasionally knows what
I know, Quarren.
Thanks, chat. Thanks.
Only occasionally.
You know, my favorite thing about chats
Winter
is they build
Night.
you up, but they
Thank you,
also
Winter
keep you level, you know?
They definitely keep you modest.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you're like, man, chat, I'm having a good day today. And they'll be like, oh, you're mediocre. Oh, thank you.
So it's all underneath here.
Figuring out how to ladder again? Gutter is...
Yeah, that I'm not sure about. I'm getting the...
Gutter. Press escape. Okay, gutter. Which one are you? This one. Okay. Alright. This is the culprit. Oh, okay, I see that little grime hiding in there. Okay, alright.
Oh, I'm getting in there deep. I'm squatting and I'm getting in there deep.
Yep, get the angles. Yep.
Really getting that deep squat. My balls are hanging out.
Yep. Good. Get in there.
That's how it goes.
That's right. Pretend it's prom.
Nearly human. Thanks for the bits, Nearly Human.
We were talking. Food the food and drink from our childhood. Do you remember Huggies? Those little
the
drinks
diapers?
No, the little like grenade-sized drinks. They were just in plastic bottles, and they like had like different colors.
Yeah.
But they were like it was never like, you know, oh, I love the grape one. It was always like, oh, I like the purple one. What flavor is it? I don't know, purple.
Yeah. Absolutely, I do. I'd forgotten all about those.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Kool-Aid jammers. When I was a kid, I was allergic to sugar. So
Really?
I couldn't have any of that shit. So I was like, all the kids were having a great time by eating like cake and pizza and shit. And I was eating carob. Have you ever had carob, Steve?
No, most of us never have had carob.
Carob is a chocolate substitute, and it tastes like garbage.
It doesn't sound like a good childhood at all. Also, this gutter right here, the one I'm looking at, is the one that's not triggering, and I can't figure it out.
Oh yeah, there it is, right here.
Yeah.
I got a little piece of it. Here it is. If you want to see it,
Yep.
right there. Can you see it lit up on the left, right there?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Wait, you can give carob to dogs? I didn't know that. Oh, because I know chocolate will kill dogs.
Don't kill Mr. Puppy.
Oh, Rabbit, I'm allergic to like refined sugar. It's the fake shit. The fake shit.
Oh, okay.
Not like, not actual like, you know, cane sugar. I'm talking about like refined processed bullshit. Corn syrup, yeah.
I didn't even know cane sugar was a thing until I met Rami.
Who's I don't know if I've met Rami.
Have you not met Rami? Oh, I wish I would have known that when we were at the award show. Rami Ishmael. He's one of my favorite people. Okay, do you remember the man who walked over with a really cool biker jacket to tell me, and when I was standing with Alana getting the picture, he was like, "Oh, Alana, I had to come over and tell you how cool it is, Steve." And I was like, oh man, thanks for coming over, Rami. That's Rami Ishmael.
Oh, I think I've seen him on Twitter, but I don't think I've ever maybe met him.
Man, I'm literally gonna flip over after we're done here and Twitter introduce you because he's
Oh, I
one of
love
my
that.
favorite people in the world, and you are one of my favorite people in the world. You should
Oh,
know each
sick.
other.
I would love that. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm being 100% sincere and honest. He's the king of the indies. He's one of the nicest men I've ever met.
Oh. Well, this is high praise.
I can't get the angle on. The orange is like right behind this post right here.
Let's see here.
It's like on the other side of this gutter right here.
Oh, I think I see where you're talking about.
See what I'm trying to nozzle right here?
Like, oh yeah, I see it. Yep, I got it.
Got it? Okay.
That's down there. It's like behind.
Yeah, it's like very inconveniently placed.
Damn it! Are you kidding me? That is the gutter.
Told you. Yeah, it's freaking. How the hell are you supposed to? We just take our backpacks off and throw it at this thing? Oh,
there we go. Woo!
Finally. Oh, one more thing. Alright, we need a wood trim somewhere.
Wood trim. 3 more events to start the hype train. Gooses.
Chat says, have we tried Lawnmower Simulator? No, not yet.
I have. Lawnmower Simulator is fun, but it's not as good as this. You'd think it would be satisfying, and it is, but it's not nearly as satisfying as PowerWash is like the king of these. So.
Gotcha.
So it's a wooden trim, which means like the white stuff around the edge of the maybe the top of this, possibly.
Oh, you got it. Look at you, Mr. Pro. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. Let's escape. I love getting to watch. Oh, it's cool. We get to watch ourselves doing this.
Oh, did you? I don't see it?
Yeah, only I get to see it. It is the one thing here. It kind of sucks.
No!
Yeah, I can play it for you if you look.
Nah, it's fine.
He's like, I don't like us anymore.
Nate, thanks for gifting to Levin7. Thank you, Nate. Levin7, spread that love. Oh, of course.
Okay.
Should I leave and then rejoin you? Or no, that's going.
Pops, you're in.
Actually, you know what, Steve? Let's see if I can get us into a level I haven't done.
Okay, sure.
Let me see if I can get us into...
Press escape.
Career mode?
Yep.
I done... Maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe it didn't save my, That's house, playground, back garden, bungalow. Huh. Is it? Can I scroll? Oh, maybe not. All right. Never mind. Let's just do.
Are you not?
I don't see it for some reason. Like when I click on the one that says like Ferris wheel, maybe I just haven't done it enough.
So if you have to go into one of them to clean it.
Well, no, right, but I just don't even see the Ferris wheel.
Oh, I see. Okay, you were looking for a specific one. Gotcha.
Yeah. Balls. Okay, yeah. Just go ahead and start yours. I'll join you.
Yeah, you should be able to join. I'm still in it. Press
oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't save my progress from when I beat them before. I wish we had access to the soap nozzles.
Oh, I can buy them.
Those are so awesome.
Okay, what are you looking for? Cleaning liquid or equipment?
It's I think it's cleaning liquid.
Okay, yeah, I can buy cleaning liquids, but not nozzles.
Yeah, I think the cleaning liquid will do it. That'll be soap basically.
Oh, no, you're right. It is thing. Okay, I just bought the soap nozzle.
Okay, you bought it? I wonder if I can.
Yep.
Let's see here. Modifications. Maybe I can't. Maybe only you are the one that can do that.
That's stupid. You should be able to, because if you go down to putting your equipment on.
Yeah, I don't know. Where'd you buy it?
If you push escape, you can go to the buy tab and just buy stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Custom styling for this medium duty. All I have is like modifications and clothing.
Go over to equipment.
I don't have.
Are you trying to buy stuff? Because
yeah.
hit E. E is an Edward.
Yeah.
And it should open up your gun, and you should see your gun and the different equipment.
Which gun do you have it on?
I have it on the red gun, and then with the soap nozzle.
Yeah, I don't think I have it. It may not carry over for me.
Try to maybe you have to rejoin because I just bought it.
Oh, okay. All right, let me try. Boop.
Yeah, because I've got it up on my screen.
Yeah, it also just may not carry over to.
It's supposed to give you access to all the equipment that I buy.
It should.
No. Just dude.
Oh, that's weird. Now I'm downloading dirt.
Downloading dirt?
That's what it says. I'm downloading 7.4 megs of dirt. So it's impossibly slow.
Okay, that's weird.
That's really weird.
I don't understand that at all.
Well, I'm 50% of the way through 7 megabytes.
Wow. Congratulations on your AOL dial-up.
So, get a jump on power washing, I guess. This is all Spectrum's doing.
Go Spectrum, you sons of bitches.
Spectrum sent me a letter the other day saying, hey everyone, your bill's gonna go up $30 a month. And I was like, what? $30? And I called him and I was like, no.
No.
No, it's not.
That's a lot, no.
And I was like, I have other internet service providers at my house because like my job is on the internet, so I'm just gonna cancel Spectrum. And they're like, oh no, don't cancel. And they're like, we won't raise the price. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, thanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have soap now?
No, I don't. It's fine.
What? I don't understand.
That's fine. It's all good.
Well, I bought it for you, damn it.
Sorry. And they're like, yeah, we put you on a promotion for the year, so you'll have a discount for the next year, but then you have to call back in a year and get the discount again. And I was like, yep, I've done that dance.
Yeah, I for a while there I was dancing between Comcast and Verizon, and I just got tired of dancing, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I gotta admit, I'm pretty happy with Verizon right now, so.
Oh, that's good.
I've got, it's just regular old Verizon, but I've got, like 999 up and down.
Oh shit, yeah, so I just got that as well, from a random company that was like going through the neighborhood being like, hey, do you want 1 gig up and down? And I was like, yeah, I do.
You're damn right I do.
So.
Put it in my mouth.
And it's been working really well so far, so.
Good.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, so apparently in co-op, the one joining just can't use soaps. There we go. That's what my chat was saying.
What?
I don't know.
That's an interesting choice.
I'm locked out of soaps.
I don't understand why I guess because you have to spend money and then they don't want you to spend...
Who knows?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It's so minor.
Whatevs. Well, I used a bunch of soap for you, so you're welcome.
Thank you very much. It cleans way faster. Soap technology is too dangerous to let anyone use it.
That's true. Yeah, you have to be careful. You can't trust your friends nowadays. You know.
Steve's the only responsible one here.
Yeah, that's me, Mr. Responsible. That's what I'm known for. Just ask Alana. And by ask Alana, I mean you definitely should not ask Alana. I put up that tweet the other day, just being truth, I guess, where I was like, I apologize for I do not apologize for the inconvenience. I am no longer accepting anyone's disrespect at this time. To which she answers and goes, this is going to cause a strain in our friendship.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Oh, you're right, Sarah. The host is always stinky. That's why they need the soap.
That's right.
You're right.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Your chat's called me stinky.
I'm the clean one.
Wow.
Yep.
Have you ever smelled Bruce chat? How do you know?
Steve has smelled them before.
True.
Is this part? Honestly, this graffiti looks pretty sick. Maybe we should keep it.
Yeah, right? The kids are over here just trying to stay out of trouble and do some graffiti, and we're all like, ah.
I feel like there's one place graffiti should be allowed. It's probably a skate park, right?
I would think so, yeah. Tony Hawk would approve of this.
If you ever want anybody really funny to follow on Twitter, Tony Hawk is the one.
Oh, yeah?
Have you ever... Tony Hawk's tweets are amazing. I just saw... Like, they're just funny because it's just like some random dude talking about skating. And Tony Hawk is like one of the greats, right? He's like one of the best ever. And he just talks about how just like normal everyday skating shit. That makes it seem like he wasn't one of the greats. He's very...
Check it out, I learned a kickflip today.
That's so the tweet today was he was like at a skate park and some kids walked by, didn't know who he was, and they yelled at him, they were like, do a kickflip! And he did it, and then they all cheered, and he was like, I was just happy I landed the kickflip in front of him. Like, it was just like super modest, normal stuff. He's actually kind of fun to read his tweets.
That was awesome. Have you ever gotten to interact with him? Do you know if he's actually
I never have. No, I have no idea. I have no idea.
I just assume you know everybody famous pretty much at this point.
I don't know everyone famous. It takes a lot to know someone, but I've met a lot of famous people because I had to produce them for television.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
which is weird.
Your porn days definitely come in handy.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of... I met pretty amazing how many celebrities were into porn early on.
Yeah.
And you'll never find the tapes or videos that I made. I had them all destroyed, so...
I appreciate you sending me backup copies before you did. Thanks
of course. Yeah, no problem. No problem.
The one with you and Carrot Top was amazing, by the way.
Oh, man. That sounds like a nightmare. Oh, yuck. Yucky.
There's a 50-50 split right now. Half the chat has no idea who Carrot Top is. The other half is just having convulsions right now.
No. That was quite a reference, Steve. That was quite a reference.
Bruce, I don't know if you know this, but we're old.
True. I just don't want to think about Carrot Top.
That's fair, actually. Yeah.
You know, at all. I'm not even when it comes to porn.
Yeah, well, especially, because wasn't he into bodybuilding and shit?
Yeah, he got super ripped. Yeah.
I mean, so were you though, so can't really.
I mean, he was into steroids. See, I wish I was into steroids. I'm not into steroids.
I don't know if I wish I was into steroids is a sentence you should say out loud. You know,
it is. There are no side effects.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
There are no side
effects.
Dr.
Green.
Yeah, they're not. I am not a doctor, and you should not take this as advice. But there are no side effects to steroids. So. I've been talking about this for years.
Okay. Yeah, I follow whatever Dr. Green tells me.
I just said that I wasn't a doctor.
I'm pretty sure you just said I am a doctor. Listen to everything I say. I'm like, all right, cool. Who might argue, Dr. Green? Right?
Again, not a doctor.
You're in a chat. He's a doctor.
Not a doctor. I don't know anything about that. But
Like over here panicking. Someone's gonna sue me. Shut up. Stop it.
no, I'm not panicking. I actually was thinking about this today, like all the dumb jokes that we made at Funhouse or whatever. So many times we made jokes like that because we always just assumed that the dumb shit we were saying no one ever believed. Right? We were always like, "This is so stupid." Like no one would ever think that Disney princesses were fat, or that like that that only men should receive oral sex. Like, why would anyone ever think that? Right? That's the joke. But then there are people out there that really think it, and I'm like, no, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
It's a danger of doing a show like you did, where you make hyperbole jokes, and people are like, yeah, listen to Bruce, he knows, he's a knower.
And I always thought the context, since they were clearly comedy videos for a YouTube channel, people would be like, oh, this is clearly comedy, they're obviously joking, like this isn't real. But no, there are people out there that thought it was real, thought we believed it.
Yeah. There's people that think that you're real right now.
I mean, I am real, but I've been watching a lot of Westworld this season, and I don't know if I'm a robot or not. I haven't figured it out. So, do you know if you're a robot, Steve?
So,
you might be a robot.
I do like logic.
You could be a robot then.
Could be a robot.
Yes, John Spartan, it was a lie. Sarah, you're right. You're exactly right.
Westworld?
This season is like, it's not over yet, but it's some of the best television I've watched in a very long time.
Really?
Yep.
I was hearing the first episode came out, and I heard a lot of people being like,
They were right. So I was, the second season, the third season of Westworld are kind of like, meh, whatever. And I kept seeing people talk about how great the fourth season was. And I was like, there's no way. And I'll give anything a chance. So I watched the first like 2 episodes. And I was like,
you gave me a chance. That's true.
Oh, that's true, Steve. And I was watching the first couple episodes of Westworld, and I was like, this is fucking dumb. It's the same old shit. And things start to take a turn, and you're like, holy fuck, by about the 4th episode. So, and I'm watching it over again because I watched it halfway through, and then I was like, okay, all right, Autumn, you and I got to watch this together. So now I've watched it. Basically, I've watched the season twice over right now. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. There's so much cool foreshadowing. There's so much cool, like, so many things that I did not notice the first time I watched it, that I was like, this is honestly pretty masterful. And it's way better than season 2 or 3. So,
Do you have to watch 2 or 3 to understand 4?
It would be helpful. But I mean, like, I think you'd probably get the gist. Yeah. So, yeah, we're talking about Westworld.
You need to reach out to. We should reach out to Lawrence and Alana and just be like, so podcast?
Yeah, I know. It's true.
Alana's always willing to do more shit because she's not doing enough with her life. So.
I was just about to say, I think Alana might be a little busy.
I mean, she is, but she's always talking to me about new projects. Literally all the
time. Season 1 of Westworld is maybe some of the best television ever. And then it really takes a dive. So I was really, really happy to see season 4 kind of back to form. But.
I completely agree. Like, I loved season 1, and then season 2, I think I fell asleep both times I tried to watch it.
I believe that you did.
Yeah. Kind of rough.
Yeah, but you should give the 4th.
You always hate that.
Yeah, no, I know. You're right. You should give the 4th season a chance for sure. So.
All right.
It's gonna be it's gonna be television that, like, I was watching. Have you ever seen The Leftovers? You ever watch The Leftovers?
Leftovers.
On HBO.
Is that the one where like people are abducted and shit?
It's literally about the rapture. Like.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
And I was watching that week to week, and I was like telling people this is like amazing television. You guys should be watching it. Everyone was kind of like, it looks boring, kind of lame, blah blah blah. And the longer that the more years that pass after The Leftovers, everyone's like, holy fuck, this show's amazing. I can't believe I wasn't watching it. And I was like,
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yep, it's really good.
And there's boobs.
There are a lot of boobs in that show. You're right.
Yeah. That's usually my qualification for whether or not a show is good. How many boobs per hour?
There are a lot of boobs. This is back when HBO would like show nudity to show nudity.
Yeah, like that era. That was a good era.
They're not doing that anymore, really.
No, they don't. Yeah. They're all like content and bullshit now.
Steve, you know porn is free, right?
What?
Yeah, you know that, right?
I have never heard of it. Tell me.
Yeah, porn is free.
Wow.
Well then.
Thank you, Dr. Green. Alright, I'm gonna try this soap nodule. See if it makes this wall any faster.
Oh, you haven't tried it yet? Oh, it's great. I'm doing my best over here, Grenade, alright? I'm doing my best, trying to get everything clean for you all.
Grenade, we're working on it, buddy. We're working.
We're working over here.
Gurgled at me? Alright.
There we go. Oh, I know, Duluth. Yeah, you can do this. Look at that. Oh yeah, Sarah, that's true. I have heard that but only about Euphoria and only about that one. What is it, Sam Levinson? You ever watch Euphoria, Steve?
No, not yet.
Euphoria's great, but also I had like the show is pretty wild and like there is a good amount of nudity in Euphoria, and people were talking about why. Like the director was like, well, no, you need to have your shirt off. And all the actors are like, why do I have to have my shirt off for this scene? That's important. And
it's important, I swear.
And so there was like a lot of that, like kind of like everyone sort of being like, what? Yeah, sort of creepy shit that you're like, why would he be writing that in? So
sounds like my kind of show.
Well, I mean, you know, again, porn is free, Steve.
Alright. Yeah.
Porn is free.
Guess I'll look into it one of these days.
I like to imagine that there's like a full-grown man that has never looked at porn ever.
I'm pretty sure there is somewhere. Yeah.
You think there's someone out there in the Western world that has the internet that has never looked at porn? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. No way.
You don't believe
I think that if you have access to the internet, you've absolutely looked at porn. Mormons? No, they look at porn all the time. No way.
What about the Amish?
Well, they probably don't have access to the internet. Maybe they don't only use like public library internet or something.
I don't know. I mean, don't you think they probably make like little porn dolls made of wood or something? I don't know.
Yeah, they probably do. But then they also, if they are on the internet, they're looking at porn.
I, as Switch ambassador and representative of charity, would never admit to doing anything like that, but I am saying that I did discover my very first job as a teenager had access to Playboy.com. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, what? What was your first job?
I was a data researcher at the Human Engineering Resource Laboratory here in Pittsburgh.
And they had access to Playboy.com?
That was actually funny. So it was all staffed by people who were in college and like seniors and whatnot on high-end tracks. To be very, very smart people with very, very high IQs. But the thing about people with high IQs is they are often very keen on stuff like internet and understanding what other people are interested in.
Of course, yeah.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, you can use my internet password." And the guy was like, "You want to go to Playboy, don't you?" I'm like, "Maybe." And they're like, "All right, there you go."
Maybe.
Maybe. It depends. Does it track my job performance?
I don't believe
it. Was horrible. We're super old, so it was like, you were like, "All right, let's look at this naked lady here," and it's like, click on the picture, and you're like, "All right, 25 minutes to go."
Yeah, no, you sit there and wait for one picture to load. And then you have to print it out.
Yeah, so you don't have to download it ever again.
Kristen, thank you for the resub. Kristen, much love from Los Angeles, Kristen. All the way from LA. Also, Gooses, the hype train's ready to go if you want me to do a giveaway. Give away any video game you want.
I'm not finding that the soap seems to be particularly faster than just using the nozzle.
Yeah, it's sometimes better for like the really big areas, and it makes a real nice dent versus like having to go over it back and forth.
I gotcha. Okay.
So.
It's those days sometimes. I know they were a simpler time where you had to choose your boobs very carefully because it would take 5 minutes per.
Wait, printing out porn? Do I miss those days? No.
Downloading.
Oh, no, absolutely not. No. Not at all.
I said that to my freaking mods the other day. They were like complaining about having slow internet, and I made the "we'll stop downloading porn" joke, and they were like, "Steve, nobody downloads porn anymore." I'm like, "All right, listen."
They're right.
Yeah, they're right, but also like, all right, listen, smartass.
They're right. Is it? I'm still gonna hold to my statement that there isn't one male with access to the internet that hasn't looked at porn in the world. I don't believe it.
I would go further and say human. I don't think anything about being a man or a woman.
You know what? I think you're probably right, Steve.
Yeah, just human.
Oh, you know what? I'll just say, yeah. Any human with access to the internet that hasn't looked at porn. Like, just even for, like, just because they're curious.
Yeah, any non-asexual, I would say, probably.
Yeah. I mean, like, and you're not looking at porn. You're looking at it for educational reasons.
Yeah, you're just learning.
You're just learning what people like.
Yeah.
That's all.
It has to do with getting stuck in a lot of objects.
Ew. My mod, Sarah, said, I think women tend to read porn more, and I would absolutely agree. That's why 50 Shades of Grey exploded.
Also, the book became very popular.
Oh! And then, is Twilight a form of, like, really mild pornography? No.
It's a form of bad cinema.
Well, yeah. But is Twilight a form of that?
Have you ever, so there's, talk about TV, right? Did you ever watch True Blood?
I never did.
So I love True Blood. It was a great show. But I had friends who tried to, read the Stucky Stackhouse books, and they were like, it was so bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like apparently there's just misspellings and grammatical errors.
Yeah, Twilight, I think it is. Who wrote those books?
I don't know.
Oh. They put a monkey in front of a typewriter and will.
Yeah, pretty much. Here's the prompt: the vampires go. Vampires, but having sex. All right.
Yeah, I think the legend is that Twilight spawned 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's the legend. I don't know how true it is.
I wasn't sure if it was true. I just know that's what I'd always heard.
I don't know. think that would be my hardest part about if we actually do a podcast about opinions, is it's like, it does feel like we are in an internet age now where you will get in trouble just if you don't like something.
Or do like something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really try to be clear about the fact that, like, whenever I'm talking about stuff that I like, that I think people maybe don't, they're like, oh, well, I don't like that. I usually say, remember, this is just me. I'm only telling you why I like it. And then also, you can not like it, and it's totally fine.
You're allowed to have your own opinion.
It's okay. It's all right, everyone.
Okay,
and that seems... The gooses are reasonable, so that seems to help the gooses. But I don't know about in a larger audience if I would be allowed to say that. I'm not sure. Let's see here. How do I get up top? I need that ladder. There we go.
Pat over here. But Jamie and Dorian. Wow. Alright, chat. Alright.
Grenade, thank you for gifting to Sarcastrophe. Welcome in, Sarcastrophe. Welcome in.
Chat, according to Bruce, porn is free. I don't know if this is true, but
porn is free, guys. Come on.
He tells me. He tells me it is. He has a wife though, so I doubt he knows.
You guys, everyone knows that porn is free, and don't you dare play dumb with me.
Never heard of it before.
Don't you dare.
Never heard of it. Steve and Bruce After Dark, everybody.
After dark. It's really late for you.
It's very late for me, but you know, you do what you have to play with your friends.
Well, thank you very much for asking me to play.
Yeah. I was actually going to play with J-Rock the God tonight.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you know J-Rock, but pretty cool dude. Plays with his feet.
Yeah.
And he had he's a worker and a streamer, so he had to work overtime, and he's like, I am gonna die if I try to stream. I'm like, no problem.
Yeah, dude.
We'll just reschedule it. And then I was like, I wonder which one of my friends would like to enjoy power washing. And I just had this idea that you might be down for something kind of chillax.
I played Power Wash like kind of around the time it first came out, and then I played it again when they released co-op, and they just patched it to like 1.0, I think, like a couple months ago. And they've been really like doing a good job of maintaining this game, even though the bones of the game were already great. So
I think it's a fun game. I got it also. They sent me a code when like it first baited, and I like opened it up, and I was like, and then pretty much just left alone. But I really like it now. Like I don't know what they changed that my brain likes better, but
yeah, I don't know. It's also really fun to stream because like you can have good interactions with people you're playing with, good interactions with chat. Like It's just a mindless game that is really satisfying.
I agree. I mean, I mostly ignore my chat, which is a good streamer move.
Interesting, yeah.
So
I didn't know you did that.
No, I don't. I try not to talk at all. And it's like I sit here, my eyes glazed over.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
And people watch that, huh?
No, they watch you. I just happen to be here sometimes.
I was gonna say that.
You know, I actually had the highest compliment I think I've ever gotten, and I won't say what company because I don't want to put them on blast, but the recruiter for one of the companies that I had sponsorship with for a while, I was like, what do you want me to do for the sponsorship? And they were like, just keep doing what you're doing. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, I have plenty of pale-faced guys that stare at a camera and don't interact with their chat and just click on heads. I don't need more of that. I need people who actually have a personality, so just keep doing what you're doing.
That is a compliment.
Yeah, I was like, okay, done.
Wow. Look at that, Steve. You're not a pale-faced guy clicking on heads.
No, I can't click on the head if I tried.
You know, me either. And
bullshit, Mr. Battlefield. Okay.
No, some days I wish I could. Some days I wish I was Andy Cortez, you know?
Well, Does anybody really want to be Andy Cortez?
Have you ever met or hung out with Andy Cortez?
Yeah, we had
good.
chicken wings. At one of the PlayStation events. He's and funny enough, I actually went there because of Greg and Andrea, and then I ended up just talking to Andy the whole night. And the nurse that was with me at the time was like, "Why did you like ignore Greg and Andrea the whole night?" I was like, "Because Andy's fascinating as fuck. What are you talking about?" It's like,
yeah, Andy's a lot of fun to talk to. I was going to say, if you don't know Andy, I know you'd get along with him, but it sounds like you already know him. So, yeah.
we're not besties by any means. We definitely just industry people who know of each other. But I like the guy. He's a good dude. He's fun. We raid each other sometimes. He's definitely I think more of a coworker, I guess, than anything else. But he's a fun dude.
Oh yeah, no, Andy's the best. The best. I worked with him at Rooster Teeth long before he was that kind of funny. So.
Which is weird, because you have to be a little bit more than kind of funny to work at Rooster Teeth, but whatever.
Oh! Oh!
God.
Bye, Sarah. What does Andy stream?
John Rising.
Andy streams like, he's variety, but like, he'll play like Valorant or, he's just like, he's good at first-person shooters.
He's an FPS nerd. But like I said, I've been getting away from those a little bit more recently. I don't know.
Me too.
Not in the mood to click on heads right now.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I've been having a blast playing Fallout. So I've just been. That game just makes me laugh and laugh and laugh.
Yep. I've often got you on in the background when I was laughing at that the other day because you had said something not long ago about you're often lurking in my chat and just don't say anything. And then I told my chat, I'm like, I'm often in Bruce's chat, you just don't know I'm there. Like, it's just funny. People are like, I never see you there. But it's because you don't see me talking. Doesn't mean I'm not there.
Yep. There's a lot of streams that I lurk in that I don't ever say anything in.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to, like, pull away from whatever stream is going on.
Yep, exactly.
So.
I like the way that you and I do things. I think we should do some masterclass on it because I think like you pop in, you make a sarcastic comment or two, and you have fun with your friends for a minute, and then you let them go back to work.
That's true. You know what, Steve? Are you just saying we should just get a hold of Ninja?
We do. Let's just do it. Yeah.
Let's just take the class away from Ninja.
Yeah, it's our class now. That's actually one of my favorite shticks to do. I'd love to do that with you one of these times where you go onto a podcast and at the end where they're like, hey, thanks for being here. It's like, hey, no worries. Thanks for coming on to my podcast. I appreciate it. But like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, I took over the podcast now. Thanks for coming on.
We're going to read our sponsors?
Yep. And then sometimes I'll start doing that. Sometimes I'll just start like reading chat. I'll just be like, all right, and thanks Dragon Ball 69 for subscribing. And
thanks to Parker Posey. Thank you to Parker Posey for supporting an entire year, even though you're not here all the time. I appreciate it.
Have we played House Flipper? I played House Flipper, yeah.
I gotta play it. I know.
Have you not played it yet?
I have. I played it, but I need to stream it. So.
Oh, okay.
I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pedro.
Pets now, Bruce.
For the Prime. Wait, what?
Yeah, there's pets.
Oh, and House Flipper?
A little doggy. Yeah.
Oh.
Little doggy. And he comes with me to all of my jobs.
Oh, that's so sweet. You can have dogs?
You got dogs. You bring them with you. They're good boys, and they like run around the house while you're painting and stuff like that. It's great.
Oh shit! Now I really got to play it.
I have one that looks just like your puppy.
That's because Frida is the most photogenic dog in the world, right. And she's the dumbest.
Mr. Streamer getting the photogenic puppy, of course.
We got her because she's beautiful, and like we have her, we're able to check her parents, and like her parents, or whatever, fucking AKC certified, the whole deal. We wanted to make sure we got a healthy dog, and when we got her, we're like, oh my gosh, she's gonna be so smart. Like her parents, they're like, again, they're like, these are clearly show dogs, and like we got them from a really great place. They obviously, and then Frida shows up and she's the dumbest fucking thing in the world. Like, so stupid. Now she loves to please. Loves to please her masters. And I love that about her. But boy, is she stupid. Boy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I love dumb dogs too. They're my favorite. They're my favorite.
Absolutely.
X-Snap. Thank you, Snap, for gifting the Dreamy Bongos and Westgate. Mushy Melon.
Highly recommend.
Zero and Shadow Walker. Yeah, I played it a long time ago, but I got to play it again. I'm gonna stream it. So,
yeah, you should.
I'm gonna do it. You've convinced me.
You're welcome.
Yep. Steve, what game are you anticipating the most in, let's say, the next 6 months to a year?
It has to be Starfield.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be sad if Starfield is not good. I'm
okay, Steve. You watch my streams, but I'm gonna give you a preview of what Starfield is gonna be. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is what it's gonna be.
Okay.
You're gonna start the game.
Yep.
It's gonna go. Your son was kidnapped, and you must find them. They were taken by an evil pirate who flew them across the galaxy. And you must track them down. And then you're going to load in. It's going to be this really cool scene where you're looking out over the first planet you land on. And you landed at Neon City. Because I think there is a city called Neon City. A Neon City in Starfield. And they're going to go, all right, now find your son. And then you're going to walk up. Talk to somebody, they're going to get mad at you, they're going to shoot at you, you're going to shoot at them, they're going to glitch into the sky, and the game's going to crash. All right? That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
But you're going to have a fucking great time.
That sounds incredible. I'll be honest with you. Yeah.
It's going to happen, so be ready.
I'm ready for it. I can't wait. I can't. Right. You know, speaking of, you get on these tangents where you yell at the internet for being the internet. The Bruce Green-esque rant I had on the internet was when they were revealing the trailers, and they were like, there are tens of thousands of planets, and you can explore every single one. And there were a bunch of people who were like, that's bullshit, I don't have that kind of time, you should have spent your time on 6. And it's like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, some of us want to be able to explore 10,000 planets.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, I was excited to hear that. I was excited to hear that there's like 1,000 planets, and like everyone was like, not every one of those planets is going to be like amazing. It's going to be like mainly dirt. And I was like, yeah, no fucking shit it is, dude. Like, of course. Have any idea
what real planets are like? Some of them are garbage.
Yeah, and also it's a video game,
right? Yeah.
You know what it's going to be. So
I don't understand why some people in our industry are so allergic to the idea of fun. I don't. It boggles my mind.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Developers are like, we spent hours meticulously crafting fun environments for you to enjoy. And everyone's like, Bill, you should have spent more time on puppies. Like, what the
I can't wait to watch you stream it then, because I'm going to be streaming it and playing it, so I'm going to...
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But everybody's going to have a different experience. That's the coolest part about those Bethesda RPGs. So.
I do hope they come out with a mod, like Skyrim mod, so we can play it together. That'd be cool.
I mean, probably Bethesda won't, but...
No, but the community.
But modders definitely will, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody said I remember when Dying Light 2 was going to take 500 hours to complete fully, and everyone was mad, and then spent 1,000 hours in Elden Ring. Yeah, I mean, the game is fun. The game is fun. You know.
Yep. Again, it's easy to think that you're the one that has the right attitude. I try not to be one of those kind of people, but at the same time, it's like, Elden Ring is a great example. I hate Elden Ring. I fucking battle FromSoft anytime I can. I will be happy to trash that company because they don't care about people with disabilities.
It's true, they don't.
I'm absolutely happy to battle them at any time. But you never hear me say, Elden Ring is not a fun game. There is not one interview you can find where I said that, because I don't. Because it looks like a fun game. If I didn't think it was fun, I wouldn't be battling them to add accessibility to it so people can play. I'd be like, that looks like trash anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's I wonder, do you think they're learning their lesson? Do you think they're getting better at it or no?
No, they're doing the opposite.
Really? Holy shit!
Yeah, they are very dug into the accessibility. Makes people's experiences different. It's like, no shit, it makes people's experiences different. But
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, but like you would just don't turn the options off.
Yeah, well, I've had that argument until I'm blue in the face. So.
That's like, it's such an easy thing to say, or do. It's like the whole Bayonetta thing. You hear how like Bayonetta, they have a censored version of Bayonetta, the newest Bayonetta that's coming out.
Yep.
And where you can play it censored or you can play it uncensored. You can play it either way.
Yep. Yep.
And people were mad about that. And I was like, what the fuck? It's more choices. That's awesome.
Yep. No, people hate options. They want to be, you know. And this is again one of those things where I have gone to bat about, you know, accessibility, and like I've literally was arguing with people about accessibility does not hurt video games, and Cory Barlog saying accessibility does not affect in any way my creative vision. And I'll have people being like, yeah, well, you made him say that. Oh my God,
What?
dude.
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, it's like, okay, dude.
I don't think anybody makes Cory Barlog do anything.
No. No, that guy's scary. Every once in a while, I'll flirt with Ann, and I'm like, I gotta not, because he'll come kill me. So,
Cory's been working on God of War for a long time. He knows how to kill a man.
I know, yeah, no, in several ways. Yeah, I ain't looking to get murdered. So.
Thanks, Showers. I will, Showers. You know I will. Yeah, the accessibility in Last of Us 2 is amazing, and I heard so many complaints about it. I mean, like, it's such a weird thing. Just fucking turn it off, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy.
Just turn it off. Shut down the toxicity in your audience. I 100% agree with you, chat. It would take just a few words from them. Basically, the biggest win for accessibility in my lifetime will be if someone else takes over creative director at FromSoft and they go, no, adding options doesn't take away from this. We're going to put out the standard game, and then we're going to put out options, and if you want to change the game, then you play your way. That would be the win of my lifetime.
I mean, I feel like the industry is going that way. I feel like that's going to happen.
But there are holdouts, and FromSoft is one of them. So we'll see.
Yeah, I feel like that's not even a matter of if, that's a matter of when.
When, yeah.
So.
Agreed. I just hope when comes before the giant asteroid hits us.
I mean, yes, all of us do.
I don't know.
Okay. Almost got this arch.
I love the arch thing.
We're getting there. It's tough because I should be using a different nozzle, and I don't have soap. Come on. Oh. There we go. You have a normal 9 to 5? Are you starting work? You work at like 10 in an office or anything, or?
Yeah. I work from home, so.
That's what I figured. Yeah. You at least don't have to go into work.
Nah. And honestly, right now my main focus is doing what, I was talking to you about earlier, and that, honestly, the weird thing about that is it doesn't have office hours because neither do streamers.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
So.
Okay. That is done.
If you're getting tired and you want to not finish the job, we can. Just let me know.
Oh, no, I was going to say the same to you, actually. I'm totally down, but I don't want to hold you up because I know you're...
No, I'm having a good time talking to you.
Okay, good. It's much later for you, so...
Have you gotten to see so a guy just raided me. Have you gotten to see his Beaver League?
No? What?
Yeah, so yeah, he's doing this really cool thing. I like it. Guy, you got to get Bruce in as a character. So he essentially is doing wrestling, WW.
Yeah.
2K2, and he started up a league of all of his chat and his friends. So like, I'm a character in there, and he made like my character like I feel that absolutely loves attention, and like takes a minute and a half to walk down to the ring.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah, you should make Bruce a character. That'd be great.
Oh man, if you do that, guy, let me know. Hey, speak of the devil, Andy Cortez just raided in.
Andy, oh my God, all of our friends are in.
I know, right?
Let's
Andy,
go.
we were just talking about how great you are as a person and also at cooking heads.
Yeah, I was talking about the time we went to go eat chicken wings.
We didn't say anything mean at all.
No, I said that you're a horrible human being. Bruce
You
was like,
did?
no, he's not.
You really? Did you say
I
that?
didn't. I was trying to make you look good. Did it work?
No.
Okay. All right, again.
Thanks for the raid, Andy. I hope your stream was great. Love you, buddy. Infamous Lars, thanks for the resub, Lars.
See if you can make a giant goose. Let's go, guy. Yeah.
Oh, like in wrestling?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you make an animal character?
Yeah, because one of his people has a giant pigeon head costume.
That would be amazing.
It's pretty great. He like comes out and like he's like a human, and then like he does like a puff of green ninja smoke, and then all of a sudden, boom, ninja.
A long time ago. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, guys, just make him Bruce the Goose Green. That'd be
There
great.
you go. A long time ago, we were doing, when I was working at Rooster Teeth, we did a little tour of basically live Let's Plays, and we built characters in WWE that were us.
Oh, nice.
And then what we did was we did like a little wrestling match of like us in those characters, but then we dressed up as those characters and then did a real live wrestling match.
Nice.
And it was awesome because I've always wanted to buy breakaway stuff, and we had to buy a bunch of breakaway stuff. Like we bought breakaway table, and we bought breakaway bottles and like breakaway cinder blocks, so like they look like real props, and like we hit each other with them and they break. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And we got to do that for Let's Play Live, this like tiny little tour we went on, and I always loved that because like getting thrown through a table was so much fun.
It sounds like a lot of good times.
It was a real good time. I remember. I'm pretty sure Elise was the one that would end up throwing me through a table. I think it was killer. It was like, hopefully people enjoyed those shows if they saw them. I don't know if they saw them, but.
I bet you would be a great wrestler.
I definitely have the theatricality, but like the physicality is really difficult, man. Being a wrestler is so hard to be really good at it. Like they're almost like they're like gymnasts.
Yeah.
You know, like they're like insane, giant buff dude gymnasts. And it's amazing to watch professional wrestlers do what they do.
That's why I feel like I missed an opportunity there. How hard is it?
It's so hard.
Oh.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of a pun that has to do with wrestling.
Yep. We're waiting.
I don't, hold on. I'm gonna choke slam you with my wood. No, I can't.
Good.
I can't do it. I'm sorry, Steve. I
I
didn't have a wrestling pun. I didn't have a wrestling pun down already.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
I apologize. I failed you. Oh, there you go. Nice.
The floor here is so big.
Dude, it's fucking huge, man. Like, this is a mighty level that we're doing. Hey, you know what? We are at 69% clean, though.
Yeah, we are. Nice.
Woo! My experience with that little live tour was cool. It was like something that it was fun to do. I got a feel for what bands do on like live tours, and it's that shit is like exhausting. You know, like not like having to sleep on a bus and shit like that is not easy. Even though it may seem glamorous or whatever, I don't know that it is. So
my favorite piece of writing that I ever, like someone else did that I was just like, I'm going to reference this forever, which I'm referencing it now, is my friend Delilah Dawson. She wrote an article, which I highly recommend if people are like interested in like careers to go look. It's called "You Only Want to Be a Rock Star." And essentially, it's all about how everybody wants the glamour, the being on the tour bus, on the stage, the adoring fans, the recognition, the free pizza. But do you realize that in order to get that, you have to get up at 4:30 in the morning every day for 5 years, getting up to play to 12 people, and then to 16 people, and then to 30 people, and you have to grow your audience very slowly. It's a grueling process. Do you want that? If you don't want that, you don't really want to be a rock star. You want to be a rock star.
well, you want to jump the line, basically.
Well, I think some people, though, her point there is that you don't necessarily want the dream like you think you do. So you're going to spend your entire life saying, I want to be a rock star. But you really don't. You really don't want to go through all that lower stuff. If you wanted to, you honestly did, you would be willing to go through the lower stuff.
That's valid. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you really love your craft, you really love your instrument, you love hanging out with your bandmates, like all that other stuff, then eventually, yes, you do want to be a rock star, but there is a lot to go through.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You really gotta want it. There's no doubt about that. Okay, I cleaned the fun box, Bruce. Let's go.
The what?
The fun box.
The fun box?
Yep, I just cleaned the fun box.
What the hell is that?
When's the last time you cleaned your fun box?
Hold on, what?
Fun box.
This is the fun box?
Yes, this is fun. Yeah.
I don't think you know what a fun box is, Steve.
Well, I'm shooting yours right now. We're mature adults, by the way, chat.
I mean, yeah. Established. I'm married.
So never saying a phone box again is what it's saying.
Oh, here we go.
Like, haha, that's why are you hurting me? So you're a fit alcoholic at this point in your life, right? What are you
yes.
into these days for like fitness drinks? I was telling Chad earlier, like I've been enjoying like Propel water because it's healthy for you, but it's also very tasty.
So, since generally I try not to I usually don't drink, a lot of those things are kind of only made for if you're doing a major workout. Yep. Like, you're not supposed to be drinking 3 or 4 Gatorades a day if you're just sitting on your ass. So for me, if I'm like, standard workouts, just like lifting weights, that sort of thing, and I only do that three or 4 times a week. So I think I generally will just do a little actual juice. So like just a little bit of an actual smoothie that's made of 100% juice. Gatorade,
like a smoothie kind of thing?
Yeah, just like naked juice or something like that. But for me, Gatorade is something I'll do if I'm like playing a soccer game or doing some sort of major cardio.
Right.
Usually need that to refresh electrolytes, that kind of thing. But it's a lot of people use that for other purposes, and it's not necessarily for that purpose. So
that's true.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't have much of a regimen when it comes to sports drinks. I do like Gatorade Zero, but I don't drink them very often.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually I just try and get a couple servings of fruit in a day. I'm really bad about eating vegetables. I need to eat vegetables more. I love my protein, but I gotta eat more vegetables. Like, vegetables are so important. So.
Yeah, vegetables are disgusting. So.
They are not as much fun to eat.
No, they're not. It's not that they're not fun. They're fucking gross. They're bland ass pieces of horrible garbage that are good for our bodies, so we have to eat them. But no one in their right mind is like, all right, I have a choice between kale chips or cake. Give me the cake.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. However, there's usually a vegetable or two that you can find that you like. Like,
I mean,
I like
Brussels sprouts.
I like broccoli. I like broccoli. So
I like broccoli florets.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The top part, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan of broccoli, but like, if you don't like broccoli, just find a leafy green that you like. Spinach, kale, one of those. And
you know what leafy green I like? Potatoes. That's right. My favorite is French fry.
Yeah, those are starches. See, those are not really
vegetables.
vegetables.
Vegetable. Anything's a vegetable if you try hard enough.
Man, you're not wrong. Like, I love tomatoes, but also tomatoes are a fruit. So.
Man, I'm old enough to remember when tomato was a vegetable. I like those days.
I'm a huge fan of tomatoes, and like they have a lot of vitamin C and like all that stuff, but they're not a leafy green vegetable.
Dude, heirloom tomatoes. Oh my god, fuck me up.
What is it? What'd you say?
Heirloom tomatoes. So you never had them?
I thought you said heroin tomatoes, and I was like,
yes. Have you ever had a tomato made of heroin?
Heroin tomatoes? What the fuck are you talking about?
Heirloom. Heirloom tomatoes.
Yes, I have had heirloom tomatoes, and they're great. Yes. I'm a big fan of tomatoes. Big fan of. I actually kind of just like lettuce in what I'm eating occasionally. So like, just throw some lettuce in there, and I usually can enjoy that along with whatever else I'm eating. And that's not the greatest leafy green in the world, but it's something. Versus French fries or whatever,
which are amazing, by the way.
You'll never hear an argument from me on how great French fries are.
Yeah, I love getting French fries brought to me by my braless wife. It's
Oh, Raptor Johnny, I missed your resub.
Anyway,
I missed your resub, Raptor Johnny. Thank you, Raptor Johnny. And no, this is SteveInSpawn. Doubtful Detective, thank you for the Prime, Doubtful.
Yeah, thank you, chat. Unasked for, by the way. Yeah.
Lettuce doesn't really count. No, it's like, but again, it's like something versus nothing. It's better than nothing.
I can't do it. Greens are my hardest thing. I can't.
Really? Oh, Steve, you gotta do it.
I can't. I don't like lettuce. I don't like cabbage. I don't like spinach. Yeah.
You gotta do it. It's like really necessary fiber, necessary vitamins.
Die 5 years earlier because of it, but that's okay.
You gotta fucking pile those greens and just find something you like, Steve.
No, when I expire, I want you to be like, yep, you could have lived longer if you would have had a cabbage. I want you to do my eulogy when you talk about how great cabbage is.
Just one cabbage? Yeah.
Yeah, like to see if you just would have had one fucking cabbage, you'd still be here today.
All right, Steve. What vegetables did you have today?
Cauliflower.
All right. I mean, cauliflower's got to have something good in it, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't be a vegetable.
It is a vegetable.
Right?
I don't know what the point of it is, but it is a vegetable. What did you have today?
Cauliflower is not really green. I had, let's see here. I had lettuce and tomato for sure. But see, beyond that, I really didn't have, like, I had probably 4 servings of that, but that's it. That's not good. I need to have a broccoli. I need to have a kale. I need to have something like that.
What about just drinking V8 juice or something?
That'll work. Yeah, absolutely. That'll work.
No.
That has a couple servings of vegetables in it. There's a lot of sodium in it, but otherwise it's really good for you.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at, where I'm just like, maybe I'll just drink my vegetables. My doctor actually prescribed this powder. I'd have to go find it to tell
thanks,
you what the
Yoda.
name is, but essentially it's like old people take like Metamucil and they just sprinkle it in their food. It's a vegetable powder that you can literally just put in your food, so you can like make a sandwich and sprinkle this powder on it, and it gives you some of the absorbance that your body needs as a powder.
I mean, like that's like taking a multivitamin, basically.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm sure a lot of people would be like, "Well, that's not a vegetable," and they're right. It's not. Like, it's not a good, it's not a substitute for like a spinach or a kale. However, it is better than nothing. So if you're gonna do nothing, if you're gonna do nothing, then at least try and make it a little better than nothing.
And honestly, that's the point I'm at in my life, where I'm just like, I'm just going for better than nothing.
Yeah. I mean, and eventually hopefully you'll settle on something that's good, that's like better for you than that. But
Oreos.
Well, Oreos, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one though. That's not really a vegetable.
I will tell Mr. Oreo on you.
You know Mr. Oreo?
I do know Mr. Oreo. Good friends. We spent a lot of intimate time together, if you know what I'm saying.
Wait, Oreos are vegan? I didn't know that.
Some of them are, yeah. So are Kit Kats.
Wait, Kit Kats are vegan too? Wow.
Yeah, so oddly enough, true story. Kit Kats that are produced to be sold in England are vegan. The ones that are sold to be in America are not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, they not use egg, Europe, Kit Kats, so it's vegan. Huh. I know this because my vegan friends literally import Kit Kats from the UK because they love Kit Kats, but they can't eat the American version.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
That reminds me of like, I don't know if this is still true, but the tacos, you know, like the deep fried tacos at Jack in the Box, the 2 tacos for 99 cents thing. Those are apparently made of soy. They're not. The legend was they're not meat. They're just soy, and I think that is still true. I feel like that might still be true. I'm not sure though. And that's actually better for you than like eating a fucking, like shitload of fried beef. So
that's true.
They are goop. Yeah, they taste like goop, but they taste like fried goop though, huh?
Fried goop.
I love fried goop.
Apparently, there's no milk in the chocolate in England. Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
Oh, okay. When I go,
apparently, also my New Zealand friends also tell me that a lot of their stuff is vegan friendly because they don't really do imports. Like I talk to my buddy Rudism all the time. Who will tell me about like over there they have ruffles and they have sour cream ruffles and that's it. So whenever I'm over here like talking about like, man, there's 95 different kind of ruffles in this store, he's always like, like you suck. I'm like, what?
Huh. I guess that makes sense if they don't want to like, probably cost a lot of money to ship all of them over there.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest lesson for that so far was I had a friend who was from Malaysia, and she would always talk about how avocados were $25 a piece.
Yeah, that makes sense.
$25 for an avocado.
Yeah, because like they're really common, especially here in California.
Yeah.
And I guess in the United States in general they are. So.
I mean, I like avocados, but I ain't paying $25.
Oh, you know what? That's another. Wait, avocado. Oh, that's a fruit. That's a fruit. They classify an avocado as a fruit. I eat a shit ton of avocados every day. So.
To be fair, delicious. Also, the reason, according to Business Insider, that none of us own a house because we eat too many avocados.
Oh yeah, that's right. Avocados are actually they're really good for you. They have like a really good natural fats. So if you're eating avocados, good for you. Does Chipotle really count? Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
The best part about
good.
Oh, I was gonna say the best part about those sorts of they're not even really like fast food. They're just like they call it fast casual, but the best part about those things is they usually have nutritional info on their websites, and you can see what you're eating. And if you don't go to Chipotle and like, you know, pile on a bunch of fucking garbage, then you're eating pretty healthy. So
yeah, I was gonna say Chipotle and Joe's and Blaze Pizza, like they're all examples where you can go and you can eat at the fast food place and come out eating healthy. Like it's up to you to what you pick.
Yep. I eat El Pollo Loco a lot, and El Pollo Loco, like, you can get 2 grilled pieces of chicken, broccoli, and pinto beans, and that is an incredibly solid meal. Like, really good protein, nothing's fried, you get a vegetable, like, the whole deal, and it's like $9 or something.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, that's one of the things I learned when I was relearning some eating habits. Like, you can eat healthy at KFC. You can eat healthy at McDonald's. It's not the items that they push. It's not the items that they talk about. And there are better places to go to eat. But if you're at the KFC anyway, you can order the grilled chicken. You don't have to order the deep fried spice chicken.
Yeah, you're right. Well, that's what I would say about Panda. Like Panda Express, whenever you go to Panda, they have brown rice. They have really good vegetables, actually. They have like... But no one ever gets that shit. They get fucking chow mein and orange chicken. So like, and that's terrible. That's garbage for you. So.
Big time garbage too.
Yeah, it's like really bad for you. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, like, I can't eat healthy. That's just fucking chicken, rice, and broccoli. And I'm like, yeah, if you want to eat really healthy, it is that. It's grilled chicken, rice, and broccoli. But you can throw a bunch of hot sauce on it generally. Hot sauce is like 10 calories. There's never any like fat, saturated fat, any of that stuff. It'll add a bunch of flavor if you don't mind something spicy.
Yeah.
And that's a really good way to like add some flavor without adding a bunch of terrible calories.
It's a good one.
Dude, I fucking love orange chicken too, Carl. I love it. I eat the shit out of that orange chicken, but I only try to get it like every other week or something, you know, like.
Agreed. I mean, you have anything in moderation.
Yeah.
But you, Jimbo says, no UK Kit Kats are not vegan. They use some milk. So I don't know what kind they order. I'd have to like get the app. So my friend actually has an app. Maybe a vegan vet knows, but apparently there's some app that tells you what items you can order at like almost anywhere. But there's vegan options. I don't know what kind to tell you to order for UK Kit Kats, but I know that it's like a thing that they do. So I'd have to like ask them what kind. But there is a cool app that'll tell you, so you don't have to do the research yourself.
That's pretty rad. I didn't know that. My chat's talking about like how mustard's great. Mustard, if you like the taste of mustard, you can put on a bunch of stuff. There's again no calories. No fat. I don't think. I don't think there's any fat in mustard.
So I don't know if you know this about me. So protein is actually really important to me too because of the shots I get. My body doesn't make protein, so I have to ingest it. And one of the things I do during shots is I'll eat canned chicken with mustard. It's It's not cuisine, but it really puts in the protein.
Dude, and that's like honestly, that's like really lean protein too. So like, good shit. Good shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not winning any, Michelin stars, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, but that's what you need, like.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, sometimes you just your body needs the fuel,
Yep. That's why I was saying, have a broccoli every now and then, Steve.
No. No, I don't think I will.
All right, fine, then don't. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not your mom.
No, I mean, gotta have something to talk about at my eulogy.
Do whatever you want.
You should have eaten the cabbage.
I haven't been to Pita Jungle. No, I've never been there.
You need a ladder to get up there.
I've heard of it, but I've not been to Pita Jungle. Have you ever been to Pita Jungle, Steve? Yeah, I think Pita Jungle is like kind of it's a chain, but it's a small chain.
Is it like kind of funny where it's like kind of pita?
It's kind of pita?
Yeah.
Sort of pita.
That was like a good pita, not like the bad ones that like to guilt trip you for animals.
Oh yeah, Blue Apron recipes. I've never used Blue Apron, so I don't know how good they are.
Have you been sponsored by the meal companies yet?
We Inside Games has been sponsored by HelloFresh and Factor, but Lawrence, I can say I always give them to Lawrence, but truthfully, Lawrence loves them, and I'm not crazy about them. So Lawrence always takes them, and he should, because he makes them, and I wouldn't. And he digs them. He digs them. So. Let's go, Servy! Thanks, Servy, for the resub.
No, put the ladder over here. Okay.
Oh, you're trying to get up on the...
Oh, there's like up here, I think there's... yeah, there's...
Oh, we're so close.
Okay.
Nice.
Keep jumping at it till it works. That's how a professional cleans things.
I got it.
Yeah. Just throwing buckets of water. Go 98%. We're so good at this game.
We're so close. Each level's like what, like 30, 45 minutes, I want to say?
Yeah, easy.
Doing it with a second, like usually this is like, boy, it's like an hour at least if you're doing it by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
It's so much faster with other people.
Oh, yeah. Tag teaming things.
Yeah, it's way better. Mumbles Fat, thanks for the resub,
Just
Mumbles!
Video games.
Steve.
What?
Porn is free, Steve.
Listen, your wife keeps inviting me, so
Porn is free!
fine.
Somebody in my chat talked about Zanku chicken, but Steve doesn't know what Zanku chicken is. Zanku's like my favorite place of all time, but it's an LA chain. And it's like Mediterranean food. It's like pita and shawarma and stuff like that. So.
Sounds good.
It's good shit. It's good shit.
I mean, if you would just fucking go ahead and get famous enough to get a jet plane so I can fly.
Oh man, Steve, you know what? I'm doing my best over here.
This is no joke, Chad. I've literally been telling Bruce this for like the last year of our friendship. He's like, you need to be able to be out here so I can do more stuff with me. I'm like, get famous enough to get a plane, so I will.
I'm trying, Steve. I'm out here trying. We're all trying. We're all trying to get Taylor Swift's private plane that takes 130 trips a year or whatever it is.
Right.
But what I read about Taylor Swift's private plane is that she's not on every trip. She charters it out, and then other people take the plane.
Yeah.
And I guess that's better.
No. Yeah, Taylor's so rich that she doesn't even have to fly herself. She pays other people to fly for her.
Oh yeah. And then
she's so rich. She's like, hey, go enjoy this experience, and they're like, all right.
She has her own airline, basically.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, we've got to be close to this. There we go. We're at 99%, Steve. We got
close,
this.
Bruce. I'm almost there.
We're edging it.
Like, there
Boom.
we go. There's the floor.
Okay, so... Was that the bench? Oh, it wasn't the bench.
It's like we put footprints on this thing when we're walking around.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, you're right. What is this shit? Bunch of fucking Steve stains on here.
Listen, people pay good money for these.
For Steve stains?
Yeah, that's my new market.
You should you should start merch.
So I asked Kai this the other day, so I'll ask you too, because I think it's hilarious. How much would you sell your bathwater for?
Oh man, how much do I sell my? I don't even take baths.
Well, if you did, you know.
How much was Belle Delphine selling her bathwater? It was like $100 a bottle or some shit.
Something like that.
I'm selling it for $10,000 a bottle.
Wow, Kai went for $500.
No. Thing is that if I'm taking baths like day in, day out all the time to try and sell bathwater, I'm gonna get my money's worth. I'm gonna be all wrinkly and shit. And my wife, she's never gonna let, like, I'm not gonna be able to do anything for her because I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be sitting in a bathtub all day.
Maybe she's in the bathtub, man. You don't know.
That's true. I don't know. Okay, rail.
Rail and skate. For this is gonna be a pain in the ass. We have to find the stupid little.
Yeah, the
tiny
floor.
Little specks we miss.
I think most of the credit for the floor goes to you. I think you did a lot of that floor.
I mean, I tried.
You did a solid job. And a rail could be, man, it could be any one of these rails.
Remember, you can always press the escape button and click on it, and it'll tell you which one it is.
What do you mean? It'll tell you which one it is.
What?
Hit escape and then click on it?
Yeah, if you hit escape and then you scroll down to the one that says it's only 99% done, it's highlighted orange. Hit escape again, it'll flash whenever you get near it, like a gray color.
Oh.
Another accessibility feature. It's a cognitive disability.
Huh, that's awesome.
Now, it won't show you where, it'll just tell you this is the object.
I could do bathtub streams? Ew.
You could, yeah.
Yuck. See if I can't find this rail.
If y'all aren't following verse, you have to follow verse. Oh.
You gotta get Steve to bed. Oh, here it's this rail. It's right here.
Oh, good.
I think I'm gonna get it.
Right. No, Bruce is the eye candy. I'm the funny. That's what it works.
That's right. He's a funny man, and I'm the model or whatever.
Yep. Yep. He is the model of a man. Model of a very major general.
Oh, it's walls. Oh, okay. So the walls, these may be on the top. Yep. I'm not sure that I got all the way on the top.
Wow. Bruce doesn't finish the top, y'all. Wow.
I don't go at it from the top. Hold on, let me see if I can. I think I found one spot here.
You want to follow Bruce? Well, you can. Click on the squad stream, click on his name, and click that follow on that beautiful bastard.
SteveInSpawn. Everybody already follows SteveInSpawn in my chat. I already know that.
No, most of them don't, and that's a wise choice. Good choice. This is good choice.
They already follow Steve. I know that.
Don't.
Make sure you follow Steve, but yeah, they already are.
Do you mind not stepping on my advertisement of your screen?
Let me see if, oh, there's one. Aha! Try to fool me out here. Oh shit, it's way up there. Boom. Okay, one more wall.
I've reached the desperation point. I'm just walking around with the water turned on.
It's the floor. There's one wall and the floor. Oh my gosh.
Yup. I'm just looking for little tiny gray specks to run over with my, Damn it.
Where is this wall?
6 hours later. Bruce is sloppy on top. Well, you heard him.
That's true. I'm sorry,
Honestly,
everyone.
Autumn agreed to marry him. He's gorgeous, so...
I'll take it.
He's a lucky man.
Use your Witcher vision.
Yeah, can't you Witcher this shit? That's on the big patches. Hooray. That helps.
You can also, yeah, you can mouse over it, but then it has to have like the little progress bar on it.
Figuring out the average was 222 bottles of bathwater at $22,000 per bath. Wow, nice.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know, Lance Sander. $22,000 a bath?
Yeah, that's
Well,
a lot of money.
That's a dream.
I would take a bath. I would take a bath for $22,000. That's so fucking good. No, the whole thing I said about possibly drowning earlier, worth it. If I don't drown.
Oh, come on, wall. Let's see here.
Heck of a topic to come into for $22,000 worth of bathwater. Welcome to Bruce and Steve After Dark. Where we price out our worth in bathwater.
How much is a bath worth that I can take?
Right?
Check the weird angles on the walls. Well, again, if you mouse over that wall, it's hard to tell where the walls are separated. Man, I'm looking, Steve, but I haven't.
It's all over the place, right?
I haven't had much. You're working on the floor. I'm working on the wall. So.
Yep. Speaking of, I need to go AFK for one quick sec. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna leave you unmuted so you can entertain chat. Good luck.
All right. Spawners! Gooses! Oh, am I right next to it? I'm looking for this wall, spawners and gooses. All I need is this wall. I'm edging this wall right now and it's killing me. I'm about to fucking break. It's a thin side next to the arch. Okay, let's do it. I'm over here. Let's take a look at this wall. I don't see it. I'm mousing over it. I don't see it. Let's see if I can glitch up here. I'm edging it so hot. So hot. All right, I'll stand up here. What do you think? You want me to click on it? Okay, let me click on it. Hold on. Zoom. How about this? No, tab. Oh, there we go. There it is. Tiny little guy over there. I caught you. This little guy. This is barely a wall. I miss Steve. He was doing such a good job with that floor. Am I gonna need the ladder for this shit? Don't make me do the ladder. Don't make me do the ladder. Huh! There we go. Spawners, is Steve up this late normally? I think Steve's a late streamer. The gooses know that I'm up this late, so I don't need a ladder, guys. Come on.
I come back to my chat being like, "What? What do you want, Bruce?"
I need help. I need their help. There we go. All right.
Yes, I am. I'm not usually this late on Thursdays. Nice, you got the wall. Let's go.
Yep.
Now we just have to find this godforsaken floor.
Spot. I'm just walking around pressing tab, seeing if I can find it. Come on. Find anything, Steve?
One patch. Keep finding little tiny patches up against corners and shit.
Oh. Boom!
Oh, yes! Let's go. Hell yeah, dude.
We did it!
Hell yeah, buddy.
Woo! I'm spraying all over your face. Woo!
Time to spray you in the dick.